Hey,
Hello.
what's going?
Hear me okay?
Oh yeah.
Good deal.
All right, and we are live. Man,
Perfect. Just,
I ended up hitting add you and go live at the same time, and it's like couldn't connect. And I'm like, oh shoot,
oh, really? That's
could connection problems. But luckily, it was only like a half a
slice.
second issue, so not a big deal.
Yeah,
Man, I'm telling you, we are not going to be starting the stream off on a high note, unfortunately. Hey, Steve, what's happening, bud? And I tell you, death.
oh,
Death will always hit you in threes every time. And this week, it's no freaking different. First, it tore up the Atlanta Braves this past week. And now a 1980s legend, icon, a childhood nostalgic fan favorite gone. And what's sad is
okay.
he actually sparked today's topic of discussion for me because yeah, man, absolutely. Like I said, when I think about childhood characters,
He's up there.
Donald Gibbs. I mean, when I talk about today's topic of your favorite franchises,
Oh,
I think Donald Gibbs. Yes, first and foremost as Revenge of the Nerds. I think he appeared in most of the movies. I think there's one he probably didn't appear in, but also Bloodsport.
yep.
I think there's been like 50,000 Bloodsport spin-offs I probably haven't seen, but I think he appeared in at least a couple of the Bloodsport movies. So, but that's two mega franchises in my opinion, even though I think past the second one I probably never saw. But that's still iconic franchises, right? If you start thinking about someone, let's say Robert Pattinson. Okay, hey, he had Twilight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now he's moving on to Batman. I've never seen the Batman movie that he appeared in, but let's say the Batman continues on and has multiple movies. That could be two mega franchises that he was part of. And there are actors that are part of that, right? That have that notoriety that can say they were part of two mega franchises. So, and it got me thinking about actors that were part of multiple franchises. So that leads into today's topic. Your Mount Rushmore of franchises, and I guess I should have worded it better because I think it should have been stated. Um, what did I say? Because I forgot what the title was.
Mount Rushmore film franchises. Rest in peace, Donald Gibbs.
Yeah. So okay. So it was just franchises in general. Then I was going to be talking about.
Um, was there a third then? Because there is that rule of threes. That's when you said three, and I'm like, well, I knew about Gibb, and then you reminded me about Bobby Cox, but then I'm like, okay, what was the third? Was there a third
Oh,
famous or something?
Bobby Cox. There was another Atlanta Brave.
Oh, really?
Damn, who else was it?
That's what I
Oh,
was trying to
damn.
remember.
No, there was another Brave. I'm drawing a blank though.
Oh,
Trying to think, was it manager or was it past player?
you're right. He was in Bloodsport 2. I didn't think he was, but I don't remember it. Bloodsport 2, the next Kumite. I was looking up. One TV show I remember as a kid, but I've totally forgot since then, and I probably shouldn't have watched it. My parents are terrible. First and 10. It's kind of an adult themed football TV show. He was in First and 10 as well. And of course, other stuff, but um,
Tony, what's going on?
I didn't even
Hey,
remember
Lynn,
First and
welcome
10.
to the show.
But as soon as they said First and 10, that brought me back. I kind of now want to look up this show. I'm sure it's not quite as good as I thought it was as a kid, but I think it's on Tubi,
Steve,
maybe Amazon Prime. Yeah, Rocky and Rambo. Well, and somebody suggested they've got kickboxer.
Mason Rickstein.
They've got kickboxer BRGs. Maybe they need a Donald Gibb BRG, or Zombie Sailor has the kick blood sport because I've got them on. I think in my pile of loot at Big Bad Toy Store. Because I wasn't sure about the Zombie Sailors, but I got kickboxer. Was it no? It was Bloodsport. Yeah, I think it was Bloodsport, wasn't it? Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe it was kickboxer. What was it? I don't remember. But either way, they talk about. Is it the sleepy time portion of the show yet? I'm gonna pass out.
Not just yet.
Not yet. Give it a few. Because I
Rocky, I
suggested
think
make
Rocky deserves to be on that list for 1980s movies.
oh,
I think a movie like probably Predator would probably go in the 1980s films. Aliens would probably go on 1980s franchises. But no, actually, I probably couldn't do that either because you would probably have to have Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street on 1980s franchises. But for me personally, among franchises in general, it doesn't matter what the genre is, just any franchise. It could be
not
Home Alone, it could be Twilight, it
not
could
just
be
okay.
the Spider-Man franchise, Spider-Man saga.
Which ones?
Uh,
How many times have they remade Spider-Man or Batman or Superman? Which Superman? Oh,
exactly.
I don't know. I just
It
give
could
it.
be Urban Legends. It could be A
Oh,
Nightmare on Elm Street. It could be literally any movie you could think of that has two or more movies.
franchises.
No, I think franchise has to be three movies or more.
I can
No,
see that.
or
He doesn't seem like enough.
it has to have a trilogy.
Indiana Jones. I don't think anyone's mentioned that yet.
Yeah, I would say at least
Toy
three
Story.
movies or more.
That seems right to me.
Because I was gonna say maybe something like
I don't know if Ghost
what's that?
good
Blood
enough.
Rain. Like I like Blood Rain. I think that's a great movie. You know what? I think Blood Rain did no Blood
Did
Rain
it
would be would be a franchise because they had three movies.
okay. Yeah, I don't think I've seen him, so I don't remember.
Yeah, I think Blood Rain 3 was like the Third Reich or something where she fights Hitler.
Like you do. Back to the
Yeah.
Future.
Well,
Back to,
it's Blood Rain taken after the actual video game, the actual arcade game.
okay.
So it's like she was based in like the 1700s. You know, she's a vampire, so she
Oh.
doesn't age. And I think the part two, she was based in the 1860s or something in the Wild West.
Oh.
And then in part three, she was fighting Germany in 1940s against Hitler. So
Oh, is it anime?
what's that?
Is it anime or am I looking up the wrong thing?
No, it's a live action.
Oh, there is an anime called.
Christina Loken was the original,
Oh.
and then in part two was she played the same one in part two and three, and her name was
Because I'm misspelling it, I think.
yeah, she was a fantastic actress. I can't remember her damn name.
Blood Rain. Is this the first one?
Nope, I'm thinking Natasha something, but that don't sound right.
Yeah, there's Christina Loken, Michelle Rodriguez. Oh, is that who I think of? Michael Madsen, I've seen. Matthew Davis.
We'd have to look up Blood Rain 2 or 3.
Meatloaf was in Blood Rain, the first one at least, huh? Billy Zane, Ben Kingsley.
I don't know about Godfather. Like I know everybody hates on Godfather 3. Like I was a fan of the movie. Like I didn't
It's
think it
okay.
was as good as part 1 or 2, but like I still thought it was decent. Like I don't crap on it as much as a lot of other people.
Movie 2.
I thought it was okay. But then again, I'm the same way about like Game of Thrones season 7.
Yeah, some people
Like
didn't
I
like it sooner than that. Some people, was it the last season? It was really terrible. Some people,
yeah,
I think,
like I
5 was better.
everybody felt like the final season was sheer crap. I mean, I don't think the final season was better than any other season, but like I don't think it was like the worst thing ever. I also don't like the fact that going into it, knowing it was the last season ever,
Tasha Multi.
and then cutting an already shortened 10 season series even shorter into a 7 episode season. I mean, that sucks. Especially knowing that these are going to take like 2 years to come out in between seasons. But
Yeah, they rushed the last season so they could do Star Wars, and then they lost the Star Wars job, which is kind of fun. Star Wars would be up there. Somebody already mentioned them. Star Trek. Nobody mentioned Star Trek.
hey, Jays, what's going on, man? What did we say here? Godfather, Die Hard. I don't know if I've seen any of the Die Hards. I think Die Hard with a Vengeance is probably one of the first Die Hard movies I actually seen all the way straight through. And I think I saw that one on the airplane, probably like either going on vacation or coming back from vacation, R&R on deployment, either as a soldier or as a civilian contractor working overseas. So
You've never
I
seen the
think
famous Christmas movie Die Hard? At least Die
no.
Hard
So
1 and
like
2 or
Hey,
Christmas.
what was Die Hard with a Vengeance? Like, what was that part 4, like 5 or
I
something?
think that was 3. Was that with Samuel L. Jackson?
I don't shoot, man. I seen that like what 10, 15 years ago,
I
maybe.
don't know if I've seen the other ones. There's 4 or 5 or 6 of them. I don't
Oh,
know.
you know what? It may not be Die Hard with a Vengeance. It may have been Get Hard or Die Hard or something.
But that should be a franchise in there somewhere. I don't know if it's in my. The Die Hard with a Vengeance was the third one with Samuel L. Jackson. Live Free or Die Hard, and then A Good Day to Die Hard. Those last two I don't remember at all. I'm not sure I've seen them.
So Live Free or Die Hard,
I've seen the
not
first
Get
one.
Hard or Die Hard. What the hell did I just say? Get Hard or Die Hard?
Get Hard, that's a different movie. That's an
Get
adult
Hard or Die.
theme movie. Get Hard.
Get Hard or Die Hard.
Yeah, that's an adult movie. No, so I only remember the first
Yeah,
two.
that's an adult movie.
I don't think
Oh,
I've seen
that's funny.
Get Hard. Oh, actually, isn't Get Hard a Will Ferrell when he goes to prison movie? Uh-oh.
Oh, that was a good one too.
Ironically, you mentioned that. But
Will
I think
Ferrell, Kevin Hart.
Yeah, Will Ferrell, Kevin Hart, Greg T. Nelson, Alison
Get
Brie.
Hard. Yeah, Get
Yep,
Hard. That was a good movie.
that would work. Star Wars, Star Trek, pizza and French fries, crawfish, ribs, and sushi. Oh, talk about buffets. Pizza buffets are good. Matrix, that's another one though. Once again, probably should have
Hmm.
stopped with the first one. Oh, it's already hitting you.
What?
Is it already? Yeah, exactly.
What are you talking about?
Was that Jack Daniels? Is that what you're drinking?
No, nobody's drinking Jack Daniels. What are you
No,
talking about?
iced tea. Iced tea out of a interesting looking bottle. Land Lethal Weapon. Um, what Matrix is another one though that the first one is great on its own, and I was excited to hear there's going to have a sequel. The second one is very confusing. Then the third one, I'm like, I'm out. I don't really care anymore about the Matrix. It's another problem with, but it would be a franchise. A lot of people like them. Well, actually, they made a fourth one, didn't they? Plus an Animatrix, so technically 5. Jaws, yeah. Jaws
No,
3D.
Lynn, this won't be short. It's just a cup.
Just
It's just a cup.
it's just
Oh,
some of that Circle
my
K.
wife ordered some groceries yesterday and got a big old box of Monster drinks.
Oh,
And now I understand why Bum is obsessed
you
with
got
the
strawberry.
Ultra Strawberry Dreams. This stuff is delicious, man.
I need to try it. I still haven't tried it yet. Um, a buddy of mine will mix Monster and vodka if you're looking for something.
Mm.
Fast and the Furious, that is a franchise, but yeah, I think I saw the first or second one. I'm not into cars, so after a while, I'm just kind of like, yeah, I don't really care. I'm not even sure if I saw the rest of them. It was really weird when they had Fast and the Furious versus Predator. That was kind of a weird movie.
Fast and the Furious. I don't think I've seen a single movie, and they've come out like 10 of them. I think.
At least
Just,
maybe
I
10.
love the franchise. I don't know if I would put it on my Mount Rushmore. Lethal Weapon. Here's the thing about Lethal Weapon. Growing up, we've always seen fractions of the movie, but I would never sit there and say I've seen the movie, just portions. 2016, I was working with Lockheed Martin, and I was, assigned to Afghanistan on the SOCOM contract, right? So in
Yes.
my room, I had this TV. We had a connection to AFN, Armed Forces Network, and at that time they had the Lethal Weapon TV series airing, which, in my opinion, was one of the greatest series ever. Loved it.
Was that a more
And
recent? That was a more recent one, wasn't it? Just last couple of years, like one of the Wayans was in it or something like that.
yeah, Damon Wayans
I never saw it.
and I thought
Really?
the chemistry between the two leads was phenomenal. I thought this series had the opportunity to go 10 years easy. I thought they had such great on-screen chemistry and everything. This is perfect. In fact, in real life, they apparently hated the hell out of each other.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So, and then you think of Glover, and you think of Gibson from the original movies, and you think how many movies they make together, and they must have had beautiful on-screen and behind-the-screen chemistry together to last that long. And things aren't always what they appear to be. These guys are professionals, they're actors, and just what it looks like on TV doesn't necessarily what it is off camera. And so at the end of season 2, they killed off I can't remember the actor's name, but he's in a couple movies that I've seen.
One of the two main characters.
Mel Gibson's character.
They killed him off. Okay.
Riggs, I think his name was Riggs.
Yeah, that sounds
So
right.
and
Without him.
and Sean William Scott. They replaced him in season 3 with Sean William Scott, who
That's
is basically a very similar character um,
okay.
to Riggs' character
It's an interesting choice,
of
though.
sort. But but because of that TV show, I'm like, you know what? I enjoy the TV show. I will actually go back and I'll actually watch these movies. So, season 1 was airing at the time. I think the season 1 just ended. So I had gone back and I actually watched all of the movies, all 4 of them.
Okay.
Problem was, Lethal Weapon 2 was worse than part 1. 3 was worse than 2. 4 was worse than 3. So the movies kept getting worse as they progressed onward. But here's the thing. All 4 of them were phenomenal.
Hmm?
I might say 4th was the worst movie by far, but it doesn't mean it was a bad movie. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it immensely.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I would probably consider Lethal Weapon to be on my Rushmore. Probably not top 4 of all time, but I would probably consider it on a list of like top 10 or something potentially.
Yeah.
Because I'm such a horror fan, though, I would probably argue a lot for a lot of horror movies. I would say Halloween, A Nightmare on Elm Street. I would say Friday the 13th would be 3 movies that would be up there. Then I would say, okay, Child's Play, would that be on there? Would Hellraiser be on there? Would Scream be on there? Would Final Destination be on there? Because now you're looking at
Saw.
movies that have like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different movies.
Saw.
That's
Enter
when
them.
they're mega franchises. We're not talking 3, 4, 5 movies. When we're talking 6 to 12 movies, that's what I like.
Going back to so Lethal Weapon is pretty good. Another franchise, Beverly Hills Cop, which I think I preferred to Lethal Weapon. Better get it out now before you pass out. Going back to the horror Mount Rushmore, Aliens, that's another franchise you could talk about. I think you mentioned Predator, Aliens, Terminator, you like sci-fi, Star Wars. Nobody's mentioned Star Trek. I'm not saying it's better than Star Wars, but that's a popular franchise. Lots of TV shows and movies and stuff. I know we might just be talking movies, but Matrix we talked about. Is there anything else we're missing? Any glaring? Indiana Jones, Karate Kid. That's a good one. They made 2 or 3 of them even, and a TV show. I did watch that. I watched
That's
the
why
TV
we're bringing
show.
it back.
The TV show on Netflix was pretty good. It got kind of old and stale after a while. I don't know if anybody's watched the TV show on Netflix. It was kind of cool for the first couple seasons. Then all of a sudden, I'm like, this is kind of ludicrous that these like 15-year-old kids are beating the shit out of each other in the mall, using karate on each other. I'm like, is anybody questioning why we're teaching these kids karate when they're constantly getting into fights? And there was this one bad fight in their school, I think, if I remember correctly, where the one guy almost gets he gets paralyzed, I think, for a while.
Yeah, he does.
Right? You know what I'm talking
Broken
about?
back or something,
Is
yeah.
anybody considering maybe we should shut down karate if these kids are going to constantly get into these they're basically gangs fighting each other. But it wasn't too bad. Oh, I like the TV better than the movies. Is that you talking about Karate Kid, Lynn? Halloween.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think.
You mentioned Hellraiser in your list of that's another franchise.
So we're mentioning a bunch of movies that could potentially be on a Mount Rushmore, but are any of these movies that we would actually put on our personal list?
Yep. What's your four, right? 4 Mount Rushmore.
So for me,
I only get 4.
do I have a list? And I said a lot of horror movies, but what if I went against the grain and didn't put any horror theme movies on there? Or if I didn't put the traditional horror theme movies on there?
Let me log into my Pornhub account and I'll let you know.
What if I didn't put a
horror movies or
Halloween?
horror movies?
Horror.
Some horror movies. Debbie does
horror. Nope, just horror.
Debbie does Poughkeepsie. Debbie does Daytona. No, I'm just kidding.
No horror, just horror. Just horror.
We could do Mount Rushmore chips next.
That's what she said.
Oh, I didn't miss that.
What?
I missed what your wife said, and then you said that's what she said.
It's hard.
It's hard? Did you say it's hard?
That's what she said.
I'm making.
Oh man. What do you all think about the rumored Goonies sequel? Oh man, no.
Oh really?
Goonies 2,
The Search for Mama.
We all like the Goonies. We all grew up watching the Goonies, but I don't want to watch the Goonies ever again. I have no interest in the Goonies. I mean, it's a childhood memory. It's nostalgic as hell. Like it is a classic. It is an American movie that you just. It's an American classic that you have to see. I think it's absolutely treacherous not to see a movie like The Goonies.
It'd be so weird to have
Or
so much later, right? Aren't we talking like 40 years later making a sequel?
it's like Wizard of Oz. It's like how have you if a person? I don't care what generation they're from. They could be born in the year 2050. If they say they haven't seen Wizard of Oz by age 5, I'm like that's absolutely insane right there.
So it's funny you
Everybody
mentioned.
should be able to see the Wizard of Oz at some point in their life. It's traditional.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
that's cinema history right there.
It's funny you mentioned Wizard of Oz though. Did you know there's lots of sequels, like the original books? Wasn't there like 5 or 10 Wizard of Oz? I always hear the first one, and I think later on they made a few of them. Like was it Return to Oz and Oz versus Predator? That was really weird. The Oz versus Predator one. That's my always go to. I'm like, are they gonna have Goonies too? Goonies versus Predator? Goonies versus Jason versus Freddy versus Predator? That'd be kind of a weird one, wouldn't it? Okay, so yeah, according to Feldman, it's happening. Huh.
Mm.
Well, maybe. So what's on your four? We're gonna go with three. It has to be 3 movies or more.
Yeah, I need a
Which
piece of paper or something so I can write this down because I'm so unfreaking prepared today. Um,
I didn't even look at your thing ahead of time, so I'm totally. I have to come up with 4 now.
because I'm trying to think. You know what? It may not be number one on my list, but I feel like Saw deserves to be on my list of
It's one of
greatest
your
movies.
mega, it's one of your mega
Uh,
franchises. Isn't there 10 or 11 or 12 of them now or something like that?
yeah,
I
but
forgot.
I think because there's always just like a movie like Final Destination. There's always some kind of ending where it's like, you think you won, and then you find out that, oh my God,
Yeah.
what we believe is to be true is not. And now death is about to kick our ass.
Uh-huh.
And death turns around and he gets what he came for. You're
Yeah.
alive.
Yeah. Like Final
So
Destination, they think they get out of it, and then nope. And they end up. I think every Final Destination, don't they all end up dying anyways? Nobody's.
somebody always dies. I
Nobody's.
think the first movie is like the only one where they actually had survivors at the
Did
end, if I'm
they?
not
Okay.
mistaken.
I couldn't remember. Nice flick,
And
but how many Final Destinations do we need? I think they made a bunch of those too, like 6 or 8.
yeah, but they have different. Well, the first one,
Yeah,
the fifth
different. Yeah,
movie
different cast, different actors. But
fifth movie actually tied in with the
oh,
first movie.
I don't
So
think I've seen it.
the fifth movie was technically a prequel.
Oh,
So the fifth movie actually wrapped around. It wasn't just a continuation or a straight prequel. It actually circled around to the first movie. So they went full circle now. So it actually completed the Final Destination franchise beautifully. But
oh,
then they came out
okay.
with part 6, Bloodlines. So showing that this has been going on for decades and probably for all of eternity,
Oh,
probably no.
well, that's kind of a neat idea. At least to something fresh. I don't know if they executed it well, but that sounds like a neat idea. I've never seen that one.
Yeah,
So
so part 6 was really awesome too. So they didn't just go after just the people that survived this one tragedy. They had to go after all the people that survived, plus all of the relatives that came along from their survival. So if they had kids, if their kids had kids, if their kids had kids,
if they survive to reproduce, basically, because they're
hmm
saying, hey, you should have died before having kids, so now I have to kill those kids. That's kind of neat.
yeah. So if this guy had, 6 sons and 3 daughters, here's his oldest son, and now his oldest son had, 3 sons and a daughter,
Oh,
and
geez.
they all had kids. Now he's got to go after the oldest because his oldest son, and now he has to go after all of his oldest son's oldest kid, then his oldest son's next kid, and so on, and then their kids, and then move on to the next oldest child, and so on. And so I'm like, so it's like messed up. So it just didn't kill that one person, right? It came after their whole family tree, and it took decades and decades and decades to move along the line to get everybody.
That's 6. You say
So
Final Destination 6. I want to kind of check that out then. After a while,
so
they all
yeah,
got the same, but that's
it's
a
worth
really nice movie.
it's worth the watch. I've seen it a couple times, but
That's our co-host, Steven. That's our third host of the show, my ceiling fan. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's another franchise. Yeah, I mean it's warm enough now. I'll have my ceiling fan on in the winter though. I just like air movement. You got to get your Mount Rushmore out before you pass out, man.
what kind of cup is that? It's my Jack
Oh,
Daniel's Tennessee whiskey cup.
It's just a cup. It's a glass cup.
It is. It's a glass cup.
So you think Saw's in your 4 somewhere?
Yeah, it
Sounds
just
like
holds
Final
my special
Destination.
water.
Your special. It's a little brown, the water, but that's okay. It's tea, iced tea,
It's
right?
just,
Making
it's
soda.
just a it's just my special water.
Some more of that Kroger soda. What was that? Is that Circle K or no? What was that? Big K?
Special.
What's Kroger soda? Somebody called that. Was that Lynn that called that out last time? That's what it is. Yeah, thanks, bum. Yeah, I'm always warm, even in the like I say, even in the winter, I like air movement because then I'll turn the furnace on too high, and I'm like, man, I'm warm. Let me put on shorts and turn the fan on. That's just I love air movement. And unfortunately, it's like an addiction. Once you get air moving, when air's not moving, I'll go like somebody's house or about. It feels hotter because the air isn't moving, even if the temperature is like normal, like 70 degrees. You're kind of like, is it 80 degrees in here? It's like, no, it's just not windy. Plus, here in Illinois, it's windy all the time. So one of the times when you go outside and it's not windy, it also feels warmer. You're kind of like, where's the wind? It's always windy here. You know, Chicago, windy city, and all that. The flat, all we have is farmland, so the wind really rips through us. Plus, we're centrally located, so we get all the air movements around us. Like we're number 1 in tornadoes this year again.
Yeah. Hey, bum, what's happening, man?
Um, yeah,
Two
yeah. In
different
fact, they
directions.
say, Lynn, they say that usually there's a switch or something you can hit it so that it'll push the air down. I think in summer and then up in winter, so it brings the heat up. I don't ever do that because I always like the air on me, so I always leave it pushed down. How's your special glass and special water treatment? Pretty good. Did you know the same
It's
thing with
good.
blinds? I got some horizontal blinds, and you should actually change the direction of the slats in summer and winter. Basically, to where you want the air to go. In summer, you want the air to go up because it's hot, and that's where it wants to go anyways. So you tilt your slats up so that any of the heat and air goes up towards the ceiling. In the winter, you want the opposite. You want it to go down. I'm not sure it matters that much, but I do that because I'm OC. So there you go. You've learned all you needed to know about ceiling fans and horizontal blinds. What's the next? Top. Let's see. Mount Rushmore of window treatments. Go. So you've got Saw. It sounds like you should have Final Destination in there the way you talk about 6, but no pressure.
Well, I kind of put Saw and Final Destination kind of like in the same boat a little bit. I mean, not necessarily the same species of movie because the same genre. I'd probably put Saw and Hostel in the same genre specifically, but I kind of feel like if I put Saw in there, that I can't put Urban. I can't put a Final Destination. And I really like the Final Destination franchise, but do I love them? Do I love it that much
Top
to
4,
keep
right?
out some other franchise that I really love? Like, no, I don't think I could do that. So
Yeah.
I have to put Halloween in there.
Okay. And then you're
And
talking
here's the
about too much
thing.
more too if you put all 3 in there, right? You want to mix it up.
Yeah, and if I put Halloween in there, I just it's not just John Carpenter's Halloween. It's going to include every Halloween. That means the 1978 Halloween, all through the 80s, and the
Okay.
90s Halloween, the Rob Zombie Halloweens in the 2000s, up into the 2020s Halloween movies. So when I say the Halloween franchise, it's literally everything. So it's going to include all movies.
So Saw and Halloween.
So again, no specific order, but those would be 2
Yeah.
movies that I would put on my Rushmore among franchises. So I'm probably going to leave off A Nightmare on Elm Street. A beloved franchise. I mean, a franchise I'm obsessed with. One of my favorite top 10 favorites, but I think A Nightmare on Elm Street 1 is on Mount Rushmore of greatest horror films ever made.
We did that on
But
Saturday.
yeah, but I think part 2 onward, it just doesn't have the same feel to it. I think a lot of people might say part 2 continues on, but I had the VHS of part 2 when I was a kid, and we watched that movie all the time. So I kind of feel like part 2 of Nightmare on Elm Street, part 3 of Friday the 13th, part 5 of Friday the 13th. We've seen those movies so many darn times that it was just overkill. Hell, even Halloween 4 might be
But
overkill, even though we've seen that a million times. And I
but the
consider it my favorite movie, though.
but the fact that you rewatch them over and over again should be evidence of why it should maybe be one of your film franchises. I know when we talk favorite movies, we're talking like trying to say comedies, and like, man, I watch, like Groundhog Day over and over again. It might not be the obvious one, but I'm thinking Groundhog Day has to be in my top 4 Mount Rushmore comedies because I watch it a lot, even off season or Christmas Vacation. Just because you watch it over and over again. Dumb and Dumber might be in that list.
Oh, I got a third movie
Harry
franchise.
Potter. But that's a good franchise.
Hold
Steve.
on.
Harry
No,
Potter.
no, no,
Lord
no.
of the Rings.
No, that's not fair. You can't take my answer. That's my third favorite franchise.
I'm not. But I forgot about Harry.
No.
What?
Bullshit.
Lord of the Rings.
I call bullshit. You cannot take my answer.
What's your answer? I haven't gone yet. So, is it Harry Potter?
Oh, and live stream bullshit.
Do you like? I totally forgot about Harry Potter. That's what's so funny. I figured there's some franchises we weren't mentioning. Harry Potter's a big one. I was literally watching it earlier this week. I totally forgot about Harry Potter.
Let me tell you about Lord of the Rings first.
Lord of the Rings.
This is Lord of the Rings.
Can I
for 2 hours? Lord of the Rings in the second movie.
Okay.
Lord of the Rings in the third movie.
Good segue.
Here's the ring.
Another franchise.
End of movie.
Clerks. Wasn't it Clerks 2 where he talks about Lord of the Rings is basically walk. Another franchise. It's like he's not wrong. I didn't know the backstory of Lord of the Rings. So a buddy of mine years ago had me watch the first Lord of the Rings. And then when it abruptly ends, I'm like, what the shit is this? What kind of ending is this? I didn't realize there was going to be 2 or 3 other movies. It just ends abruptly. Like, yep, we're going to get rid of the ring. And then there's the credits, and you're like, what the fuck ending is this? It really blew my mind. Was Clerks 2 also the donkey references and stuff? Donkey shows?
Yeah, I think that's where the dude's banging the donkey. I think the first one is where the chick is banging the corpse.
Was there a third Clerks, though? It might not count as a film franchise.
What, Clerks? Or Jay and Silent? Well, if you include Jay and Silent Bob, maybe.
That could be the franchise. You could put Jay and Silent Bob in there. They've got lots.
And I think
I kind of was. I was lumping them all together. Same character throughout, right? So you could say it's similar characters.
But Jay and Silent Bob, I mean, they've appeared in multiple movies, like that Amy movie. There's been other movies that include like freaking I don't know Matt Damon, but
Matt Damon. So Tony is saying they made it.
Ben Affleck appears in a lot of those movies. So there's multiple movies that have those guys. It's like its own little freaking Marvel cinematic universe type of deal.
Kevin had a heart attack. Ouch. But so were you going to put Harry Potter in your Mount Rushmore?
No, that was a joke.
Oh, okay.
Nah, Steven was joking about that, so I'm like, I'm going to do it.
I know several people that would put Harry Potter in their franchise list. Yeah, I don't know if I would.
I mean, I love Harry Potter. I love the franchise. I thought it was a fantastic set of movies. So,
but it's in your top 4. So you've got Saw, Halloween. Did you go with Nightmare on Elm Street as well? Are you going?
No.
No. So just the 2, Saw and Halloween.
Yeah. So I love all the movies from Freddy, but I took like even in 2010, I love that movie as well. I know it gets a lot of heat, but would I put it among like the best of the best franchises? And I don't think I could do that. Or can I? Because I love the scene with the nuns and the whole pizza scene. I haven't seen those movies in years. I keep trying to get my wife to watch them with me, but I don't want to watch them by myself. Like they're movies, they're shared experiences. I want to share them with her, and without her, I just kind of like, I've seen them before. They don't do anything for me otherwise. So, but that whole pizza scene where like he digs his finger into the pizza, to the sausage, and it's the kid's face, and like disgusting, right? Or where the girl gets eaten by the freaking giant, I don't know, snake head dude. Like come on, like those are iconic kill scenes.
Another one, Poltergeist, for the franchise list. I don't think it's in mine. Poltergeist the movie is in my Mount Rushmore, not as a franchise.
I'm glad you reminded me. My wife is over here, while she's making some shit balls.
Some shit balls? Is she making some chocolate salty balls?
Well, we watch a TV show called Disjointed on Netflix.
What is Disjointed?
Well, she says they are chocolate salted balls.
Yeah. Does South Park count? I know they made Team America World Police. They made South Park the movie. Can that be in the franchise? Those are very good. But anyway,
I mean, they've had multiple South Park movies.
we need to have a Mount Rushmore of musicals that you
No,
would
I don't know if I would
that you
count
wouldn't.
the World Police.
We need a
That's a different thing.
we need a Mount Rushmore of non-traditional musicals, so I can put things like South Park the movie on there. Because you think of South Park the movie is not a musical, but it's very much a musical. Okay, so what do you got? You got Saw. You got
What was that?
Halloween. I assume Mrs. Waddy has Back to the Future on her list of film franchises. Yeah, because those are 1 through 3 were I think on her list of favorite movies. So you think the franchise that would be kind of
Steven
weird if
says
she's like,
hello.
no, the franchise isn't that good. I don't like the franchise. Uh-oh, gonna pass out. We need to get your other 2 picks in there before you dive the special juice, special water. What are we calling it? Matt's chocolate salty water, tea, iced tea, just tea, man. It's just Jack Daniel's tea. Do they make like a spiced tea? Jack Daniel. I know that's all the rage now. The mixed drinks.
Oh,
And
damn.
I don't know if they do. So what else? Do you got before you pass out? Before you fall asleep?
Is it a Freddy shirt sleeve?
It kind of does look like that, doesn't it? I was thinking
It
the
is.
same thing, Lynn. Is it? Nice.
Yeah,
Okay, because it kind of looks like it.
it's
That's
a Freddy
cool.
shirt.
It says Sweet Dreams. It's not like a Eurythmics t-shirt. Sweet Dreams on me.
You know what's nice is I only wear this shirt every so often, right?
Every day. Every
No,
day counts as every so often. Every Wednesday.
I would like it. My wife bought this. I think when did you buy me this, babe? Was it for Christmas or this shirt?
I think it was Valentine's Day.
No, I don't think it was for my birthday. I think it was for Christmas or
Arbor. I think
probably.
it was. I think it was.
I don't remember.
I think it was an Arbor Day gift. She bought you that for Arbor Day. Hey, trees are good. Here's a Freddy t-shirt. I'm not.
I don't know. Maybe it was for Halloween. Maybe it was Christmas. She said my birthday. I don't remember. I think I've been wearing this for months, but
I don't know that every state honors this holiday, but if you're from Illinois, Casimir Pulaski Day. Did she buy you that for Casimir Pulaski Day? Do you remember celebrating?
that's in March.
Is it
Or
in
is
March?
it in May?
I don't know.
No, it's in March.
That's pretty amazing that you'd say March. I remember celebrating it, but I don't remember what month. I was trying to think of those weird holidays. Did she buy it?
Am I going back to natural color? Next time I go to the barber, I'm probably gonna have like all of this probably stay, and like all of this cut off, so that my back of my head looks like L's, and just the top of the hair stays. So whatever the color that whatever color shows up after that's all done, I'm probably gonna stick with.
Can you do like a reverse mullet where it's party in the front and business in the back? Is that what they call it? Mount Rushmore holidays. That's a good one. Boxing Day.
All right, that's easy.
Thanksgiving Day, but Canadian Thanksgiving. No.
All right, hold on. Let me knock that one out real quick because that one's easy, and I can answer all the others. Christmas because presents, and I just love Christmas lights and trees and the decorations and everything. So I like to look at houses and like I said, the decorations around the houses and the Christmas lights. So I mean, there's a reason why I before February or March, whenever the hell I took my Christmas tree down. There's a reason why I didn't take that Christmas tree down for like 4 damn years.
Oh yeah, all the decorations, Christmas tree presents, all the movies. Just I don't know, and I like the snow, so I don't mind being in a place that gets 4 seasons or maybe 2.5 seasons depending on the year. Christmas is obvious number one for most people, I think. Halloween's got to be up there with all your horror movie enjoyment, right?
Well, I would say Halloween as a kid. As an adult,
well, yeah, it's a little different. Maybe not when those bastards steal all your candy like last time.
I'm gonna say as a kid because as an adult, it's really different. As an adult, I would say probably Thanksgiving, but as a kid, yeah, Thanksgiving, Easter would probably be number 2.
Oh.
Only because for Easter it was like a second Christmas. We got presents for Easter. We got the Easter basket, so we got treats, snacks, candy and whatnot. So again, it's like a second Halloween as well, and we did like you said, egg dyeing and placing them around the house, go searching for that stuff and whatnot. So dyeing the eggs was always a lot of fun, and coloring the eggs and whatnot. So
it feels like
yeah. So Yeah, so Easter was always a lot of fun.
It's like Lord of the Rings, second breakfast. It's like second Christmas, which also is tied to Jesus. It's like second Jesus, right? Because he dies and then comes back 3 days later. Oh, we got second Jesus.
You're not getting events.
God didn't strike me down yet. Apparently, he likes my second Jesus joke. I've never thought about Easter as being second Jesus. You haven't heard about second Jesus when he comes back 3 days later? You guys know your Easter story, right?
Yeah. The number
How's it
3,
tied to eggs
Halloween.
and bunnies? I don't know. Halloween? Yeah, Halloween
Halloween
for
number
you.
3, because obviously candy. Duh. And number 4, I'd probably go with Thanksgiving just because,
Yeah.
hey, turkey.
Yeah, probably for me, Christmas and Thanksgiving because of getting together with family, traditional travel, the food, celebrating. Not necessarily presents, just getting together. Easter's probably up there as the third one because of the same. Usually, as families, we never really get together for Halloween. So as a kid, Halloween would be, but as an adult, maybe New Year's because of the drinking for me. So probably Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, and New Year's would probably be the four.
Yeah. And
Casimir Pulaski Day would be a close fifth, though. He's right there, just not as much drinking.
and that's the problem because as an adult, New Year's Day and let's say Independence Day, days like that
Oh,
should
4th of
be
July. Yeah.
should be a very important day as an adult. I mean, like I said, drinking should be fun. Barbecuing should be a lot of fun, and especially drinking on for New Year's, barbecuing for Independence Day. Having family over or going to a park to barbecue, whatever, hot dogs, hamburgers, the easy stuff. Maybe going to a swimming pool or a beach or something.
Yeah.
Or just simply going to a small park for the small kids and even the teenagers to jump on. I don't know, whatever.
4th of July is a good one. As an adult, though, I found I don't like it because it's usually hotter by then. I was never into fireworks. The grilling out and getting together and eating the food and the drink is good, but the other parts, man, I don't really care about fireworks. But as a kid, I kind of, yeah, it's one of those that diminishes over time, I think.
You'll get a fourth of Happy Father's.
Happy 4th of, did he say Happy 4th of Father's? I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, so Series 4, Steamboat, Punk J, the gingerbread man in Series 4. You say that, but I think a gingerbread man LGN would be kind of cool. I know the gimmick and all the other stuff they did was stupid, but as a figure, it'd be kind of pretty, and then you could have them for Christmas. A Warlord BRG today from a local. Oh, nice, good find. I don't think there is a Warlord BRG. Is there a Warlord BRG coming? I know Latuni's coming with an Everest or something. I actually want to see. I love that they have original Hogan. We still need to get your top 4 out before you pass out here. You're running out of special water, special juice. What are you calling it? Water? I like the original that they brought back a Hogan to look like the original Hogan LGN, but I want them to give him the modern treatment too in the next. Same with Warrior. Same with Piper. Actually, I'm glad they have an original looking Piper, but now I want like a modernized. They've got better equipment now to get the face scan better and all that stuff. I want both, but we probably won't.
Wait, now who bought a Warlord for $65?
Looks like Steven did. Not a BRG though, right? An LGN probably. Because I don't think there's a Warlord BRG yet. Is there? No, there is. Is there? Did they?
Yeah, they have
They
a
did, didn't they? Did they have a power?
yeah, they've got a Barbarian and Warlord,
They did.
big rubber guy, but they also have a new one coming out that looks like the Hasbro. That's supposed to be coming out probably sometime in the next few months.
More of his solo career with doesn't he have like a metal one?
Yeah, and those freaking assholes, they beat me to the punch because that's exactly the freaking Warlord I wanted to make.
One, I think Latuni's coming out with some Warlords. Maybe an Everest first.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. There is a BRG, isn't there? Speaking of BRGs, did you buy the Macho Man repaints?
I haven't, and I probably won't because I just bought the repaint of Danhausen. I just bought the repaint of Demolition just because they were on different cards.
Yeah, that's right. I do have the Warlord.
I just bought Demolition because they're on different cards. That's it. That's the only difference. I just bought Danhausen just because he was on a different card. Not a different figure, just a different card.
Yeah,
that is it.
The Danhausen might be slightly different. I think at least the Demolition has different face paint, but you're right, it's mostly a card. The reason I did buy both of the Machos, one because they didn't have a purple trunks, and two because I never got the original orange trunk one. I haven't looked to see how different this orange trunk one is from the other Macho, but I think that The first Orange Trunk Macho was like a wrestle convention special that people on eBay want $1 billion for, and I'm like, yeah, I don't really care. I've
Well,
got.
if it's the green trunks, yeah, that WrestleCon one, that one was expensive.
I still,
I had to pay up for that one. I think that one cost me like $100 way back when,
I still
but
have it.
or 120 something like that. But if it's just a regular orange trunks Macho Man, that should still be on their website because that one.
It's
I mean,
not.
they had like a million of that thing has been up on their website forever.
The pink one has, but they've sold out of all the machos. You have to pay, second market prices now for Orange Trunk. So I felt it was kind of nice to get a purple one, but it's all the same pose. So once again,
Yeah, and
It's the Ric Flair problem. What they could have done at least, because Macho both was Intercontinental and Heavyweight Champion,
add
never
a
tag team champion. They could have added a belt. Why don't? I mean, it's so cheap for them to just throw in a belt. Throw in a belt with all your figures for crying out loud. Who cares, right? You know what I mean? Just do
make
it.
it like WCW with the
Why
glue
not?
figures. Yeah,
I mean, and they released two machos this month. One, they should have released one with the Intercontinental belt, one with the Heavyweight Championship belt. People would have bought them just for that, probably. There'd have been suckers like me that said, "Well, do I want another repaint just because he's wearing purple trunks? Oh, it comes with the Intercontinental belt or Heavyweight belt." They would have bought it. I can't be the only. This isn't that hard. Business is not that hard, fellas. Like, why wouldn't you do that? I don't know. But I bought them anyways because I'm a sucker. Because I know if I have a doubt months later, and I'm like, man, that purple macho will look pretty cool. I'm going to pay up for it, and I'm not going to want to pay up for it, so I'll never get it. We still need your Mount Rushmore before you pass out.
I'm still thinking.
So officially, it's just Saw and Halloween, right?
Yep. I mean, I've been thinking about movies like Poltergeist because we've been talking about that son of a gun for so long now. So many streams.
Man.
Uh, so
Hey,
Poltergeist has come across my mind. Creep Show has come across my mind.
do I have any Steiners? I don't
Now
know.
I like Creep Show, but I don't know if I would put it on there. I like the fact that Creep Show has spun off and actually got its own TV series. I don't know if it had a TV show way back when, but I know they have one in like the 20 teens, 2020s that come out. Uh, Trying to think 1980s nostalgia that has multiples, and then I'll enter the
Oh, yeah.
1990s. Urban Legends wouldn't be on that list. I might have to go with something like Scream.
On purpose? Is it
I
because
mean,
they killed
there
Drew
really
Barrymore in the first
haven't
movie?
been. I mean, to my knowledge, I don't really think there've been any bad Scream movies.
Yeah, but
Like I
think
can
about it. Scream wasn't in your top four horror movies, right? None of them. Well, I guess the franchise could be though.
like
Creepshow.
here's the like I've seen Scream 4. I don't remember a damn thing about it.
I was
I've
gonna say
seen Scream 5. I've seen Scream 5 before. Didn't remember a damn thing about it. My wife and I we just saw Scream 5 again.
I
Um,
can pick
probably
one out
like
of
a
all.
week or yeah, probably like a week or so ago. That was the second time, and I mean I know a little bit more about it now, but like if you had asked me about it beforehand, I would have told you like, yeah, I know we've seen it, but I don't know anything about it though.
I couldn't tell you the difference between any of them. I think
And
NWLGN figures would be cool. They should. They should take a wave and release Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Hulk Hogan, and then Hollywood Hogan. Who would be the fourth NWO figure? They could just do an NWO only release of LJNs. Hey, we could do a Mount Rushmore of NWO members because at one point, like the entire WCW was in the NWO, right? You'd be like, oh, Ted DiBiase, Mr. Perfect, Dusty Rhodes, Sting, I think at one point. Six or whatever he went by. Did you do that on purpose, Lynn? Did you know that Scream was the movie you're going to? No, I'm just kidding. I always say that when somebody says, oh, I saw this movie. I'm like, really? On purpose?
for
No. I think Scream was. I'm just not into horror. So I think Scream is neat because they kill off Drew Barrymore at the beginning. That shocked everyone. But
yeah,
it's,
we all
it's
thought that
okay.
she was going to be
It's okay.
a main character too.
It's a fine franchise. I'm just not. I'm just not into. I'm not into enough horror movies, let alone Scream, that it would never be in my list of anything. But you can have it.
House is on fire.
Ooh, that's
House
funny.
is burning down. Oh no, we're all going to die. Oh no, the fire, it's raising. It's moving left and right. Oh no.
Is it? Is it because of your special juice? Do you want me to go for a bit? Do you need some time?
No.
You got the other two?
She made the shit. She
Yeah,
made
maybe
shit.
Bischoff. Maybe Bischoff. I don't know. I mean, it makes
She made
sense
shit.
because what you make?
She made shit
Chocolate
balls.
shit balls.
So she made actually. So she made some shit.
Holy frickin' shirt balls. Battlestar Galactica. Did they make a bunch of those movies? Could that be in there? Are we having
Which,
dinner? Where's mine? Where's my
hold on,
dinner,
man. Do
please?
that again.
Tell him to Google overview ship.
Okay, I want to make sure I want to make sure I got it right.
What?
All right, L.
Yeah.
My wife wanted me to tell you. I want to make sure I got this right.
Not wrong or left.
Make sure he Googles Olivia's shitballs.
Was
Okay,
that an impression of your wife? Do we need to get Frank
Yeah.
Kelly in here or
Yeah.
Dana Carvey or someone?
I don't know if I did it right, but I mean, I tried. Shit. My drink is almost gone.
Your drink of Kroger brand soda? We decide. What do we? I forgot what it was called. What I keep saying Circle K, but I think that's a gas station. What was it like? Holy frickin' shirt balls or something? Isn't that from? Oh, that's from The Good Place, isn't it? I think that's Good Place because you can't curse in The Good Place. Have you seen that TV show, The Good Place? Excellent show.
No.
Know of it, but I haven't
Not a
seen
film
it.
franchise, but great show. So you still got only two, I think.
Yeah, I'm still thinking, man. What the? Hold on. You know what I should do?
Big K. I should remember Big K. I don't know why I can't think of Circle K. Close enough. I remember the K for Kroger.
No, we're gonna do. I'm gonna go for a walk.
Uh-oh. You mean K is in night? You
All
ever
right.
do that stuff? Y is in you?
This is gonna help me.
Remember,
All right.
Y is in you.
Check this out.
I forgot my library card.
The 28 Days Later franchise.
Oh, that's a one. Yeah, that could be in there.
All right, so
I'm gonna wait
28
for
days, weeks, or years later.
I'm gonna wait
We've
for
got
28,000 years later. That'd take a while.
oh shoot. I'm making away from that light. I'm not gonna choose A Nightmare on Elm Street. Amityville Horror. I don't think I'd go with that one though. If they had more than just two movies, I'd probably throw American Werewolf on there. But London was amazing. Paris was so and so. I didn't like the CGI that they used in Paris. Boogeyman, probably not. Candyman. I thought Farewell to the Flesh Part 2 was the best one. Ooh, Children of the Corn. I might consider Children of the Corn potentially. Now, if they had strong contenders, like really strong heavy hitters in the movies, and all the movies didn't suck, The Crow could potentially be a good choice.
Another
But
one.
The Crow.
Yep.
Let me backtrack. I talked about Creepshow, Nuke 'Em High. No.
Have you seen Candyman versus Boogeyman? That was an interesting movie.
Candyman versus really? That was a real thing?
It wasn't.
Man, you got my hopes up.
There was a Candyman versus Boogeyman versus Predator versus Jason versus Freddy versus Aliens versus the Constitution. That was kind of a weird entrance. I don't know why they did that. Versus Star Wars versus Star Trek versus Terminator versus the Predator. Did I say the Predator already? Versus Aliens? No, I'm just kidding. That's what you do when you can't think of anything. Why don't we just make them fight each other? Hot Wheels versus Mask versus G.I. Joes versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Rock and Roll. What was the Rock and Roll Toon Stars TV show versus? Am I missing anything? Versus the Addams Family. Why is the Addams Family in there? Because I thought of it. Why not? Versus Ghostbusters versus the Shawshank Redemption. That was a weird entrance. I don't know why I threw that. Versus the Green Mile versus. I could keep going on and on. Versus Groundhog Day versus Dumb and Dumber. That was weird. I didn't even think Lloyd and who's the other guy could fight. versus Mortal Kombat. They kind of won. They could fight in.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna move out of the horror section and I'm gonna go into just regular movies
The adult film
and
section. Did you ever
see
go
if
to a film place called Family Video? They used to rent videos. You
I
ever heard
don't
of a
think
franchise
so.
called Family Video? We had some around here. They all closed. What I found so funny is that Blockbuster, you couldn't see this section, but all of my Family Videos around me had an adult film section in the back, which I thought was kind of odd because the place was called Family Video. I'm like, so are all your adult films like the Aristocrats or something? If you know that joke reference, like, are they all like family sex scenes or something? This is a Family Video. Why do you have an adult film section? Even Blockbuster didn't have an adult film section, famously. Isn't that weird? I got a kick out of that. And then slowly, Family Video started combining with Subways, I think it was, or dollar stores, and then I think all of ours have closed because nobody rents movies anymore. But I always thought that was funny. Oh, go to
All
Family
right.
Video for all your adult film needs. Oh, that makes
So
sense.
I think I got a selection.
Of
It's
horror
a
movies?
really shitty selection.
Oh, you're into that
And
sort
I'm
of thing.
pretty sure if I chose these, if I made this list in the future,
Oh, yeah. I thought it was a big change.
it would probably be far different. But I was just looking at the different franchises that I had there, and I wanted to move away from horror.
Scatological movies. Mount Rushmore of scatological movies. Go. Human Centipede? Is there any other ones?
Oh damn! I got to put Human Centipede on there. Oh, but they only have two. No, they do have 3 movies.
Why do you know that? I didn't know that. They have 3 movies? What else can
They
they
do have
do?
3 movies.
They're like, well, we got human to asshole or mouth to asshole. What can we do for the second one? We could film
Mouth
it
to
in
asshole
space.
again.
We'll do human to asshole in space. It'll be totally different. Okay, great. What do we do for the third one? Human and asshole versus predator. Yeah, great. We got the third one. Perfect.
You know, movies I like superhero movies
I remember
too.
Human Centipede 3, a new batch. That was kind of weird.
And you know what?
Oh, Human
Avengers
Centipede 4, a new
could be
hope.
one.
That would have been great.
New Hope. What?
Star Wars, the first Star Wars movie, also called Star Wars 4,
Yeah.
because George Lucas is drunk all the time. It's called A New Hope. So I was trying to think of the weirdest sequel name to combine with Human Centipede. So like Human Centipede, A New Hope. I'm like, Human Centipede, The Search for Curly's Gold. That could have worked pretty good too. Human Centipede, Electric Boogaloo. I always like to throw those in there. Like, do you remember Human Centipede, the 2 European Vacation or something? Anyway, that's my other go-tos. The Versus is one of my go-tos. Human Centipede versus Freddy. I think Freddy would win. But then also the trying to mix and match. It's an homage to Spaceballs when they have the scenes with, did you inhale the special juice this time instead of drinking it? Trying to hold your breath? Are you about ready to do a hiccup or something? Too much. We're not doing very well with the Mount Rushmore.
Oh yeah.
Revenge of the Shit. That's pretty good. Human Centipede 3, Revenge of the Shit. That was the third Star Wars, wasn't it, Steven? Did I get that right? Somehow Human Centipede returned.
Hey, I got comments down here. Check that out.
I think that was Star Wars 9, A Search for More Money.
Man, I think I'm like way behind.
Oh, behind Human Centipede. I'm way behind. That was the 4th one. then that was Human Centipede 5. Bum Shadows? Were you in a Human Centipede, Bum?
Hey, dude, when were we talking about the 4th of July?
That was our Mount Rushmore of national holidays or regular holidays. Asking for a friend. Yeah.
Was that like 15 minutes ago or 20 minutes ago?
I don't work here.
Man, I think that was I think I'm I'm that far behind.
I think that was a sequel. I think that was Human Centipede 6. I'm that far behind.
Man, I'm
Are these Human Centipede based jokes doing anything for you?
I'm already.
Well, Human Centipede meets Children of the Corn.
I'm that far behind, you guys.
I'm not sure that's allowed outside of Roman Polanski's house. There's a reference for you. He's into underage girls. I think only girls, maybe also boys. Kyle Peterson made a joke about that the other day. I saw on his podcast about apparently where he was growing up, they were kidnapping like paper boys or something, and he made the joke about how apparently he wasn't good enough because nobody ever wanted to kidnap him. And I'm like, I'm not sure. That's an interesting joke to make on his show about wrestling figures, but I was kind of down with it. I was like, did he just make like a child rape joke? I think he did. Human Centipede meets Children of the Corn. Is there any other Children of the Creamed Corn? Is that the sequel? Children of the Corn 2? This time even creamier? That's not good. That's
Man,
not good. That's not a good one. I just got arrested, I think, on live stream. Anybody like
man,
cream corn?
I'm
I
just
don't know what
going.
they do to cream corn, but it's tasty. Mount
I
Rushmore
gotta take
pizza
a break
toppings.
from time to time, read these comments, and
Kit Kat bars. That'd be
kind
in
of
the Mount Rushmore. Chocolate bars.
what's that?
Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. Once we finish with film franchise, which we never will, we can do pizza toppings. Clearly, it's anchovies, pineapple, sweet tarts, and gravel. I think are my top four. Grape nuts, actually. I think grape nuts is a fantastic pizza. No, I'm just kidding.
That's not gonna work.
Pineapple's not bad on a pizza. I don't like anchovies, but I was trying to think of like the pizza toppings that are the most divisive pizza toppings you can get. Spaceballs to flamethrower. There's a Spaceballs 2, but that's not enough to make a film franchise, and I haven't seen it yet. There's also a Greenland 2 I need to see, but that also doesn't make it a film franchise, and it wouldn't be on my top one. So do you have two? Let's finish off this Mount Rushmore so we can get on to Mount Rushmore of terrible jokes I have told this past hour. Number one, the versus thing. I don't know why he does that versus thing. The human aliens versus predator stuff, it's played out. Number two, I just went meta on that, by the way. He just told a meta joke. That's got to be on the Mount Rushmore terrible jokes that Flydale just told.
Big Papa Pump, LGN.
Yeah,
Anything outside of original Scott Steiner, I'm not have no interest.
I'm with you.
I'm sorry. Anyone that finds that Papa Pump character enticing, I don't know. I'm not a fan.
Human Centipede 7, Big Papa Dump.
Big Papa, there you go. Why
I was
not?
I mean, he's not bad, but at a certain point, it got comical. I'm like, okay, maybe lay off the steroids and do something besides working out every day. You're a little grotesque now. It's a little too much, buddy. Like maybe learn how to act. Oh, but famously, Big Papa Math. Wasn't that in TNA where he was trying to do math on the fly? And yeah, he did not pass fractions when he was a kid. He's like, oh, and then I'll give 4/5 effort of 100% times the speed of light squared. And you're like, yeah, you're off on the deep end, buddy. You need to reel it back in. Nobody confused him for Big Papa Einstein. So, Lynn, I do like pineapple. In general, I like green olives on their own. Canadian bacon is fantastic. But green olives is such a distinctive flavor, it can ruin a pizza. I think. But I love green olives. I had some with lunch. Green olives and pickles are great with like deli sandwiches stuff. Just on a pizza. It just, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Lynn? Remember that Steiner math? It's pretty famous. I forget what he's doing, but he's kind of like, and then 1/3 of 50%, 2/3 of 5/14. It's like, yeah, you don't remember how to multiply the numerators and denominators. Yeah, you were not good with fractions. But maybe not go there on that promo. Another famous bad promo was Sid Udy or Sid Justice, I think. Wasn't there a few times Psycho Sid? What was the one? There's a famous one in WWF. I think it was WWF at the time, not EE yet. The Pandas weren't angry at Vince yet. And he said something about, is this live or something like, yeah, buddy, we went live like minutes ago. Oh, whoops. Or he said like, I have half a mind or yeah, half a brain. He's got a few good ones. He's a great wrestling character. Just every once in a while, the promos didn't quite work for Sid. We could have top 4 like worst wrestling promos or gimmicks. But let's finish their Mount Rushmore movies. You only have 2.
Man, I had 2 horror franchises on there, so I figured, you know what? I'm going to step away from horror franchises and decide to pivot to a non-horror, whether it's comedy, whether it's action, or whether genre. And while I was looking at the different franchises that are on my shelf, I came across 2 that really stood out to me. Number 1, I was kind of looking at the superhero section, and I'm like, oh man, what the hell is that franchise I was just thinking of? Damn it, you haven't taken yet. The mashup, the tag team.
Mashup tag team.
You are the damn it. Oh my god.
Lucas Link, goodbye. Film franchise, mashup tag team.
Superhero tag team.
Avengers?
Avengers, thank you. Jesus freaking Christ.
I should have been funny and said like, we're the Justice League, but nobody ever says Justice League.
No, I mean I would have
But
not
Justice
shit.
League,
I would have known it wasn't Justice League, but I probably
because
would have. I probably wouldn't have figured out Avengers.
no one would ever say Justice League over Avengers, even if you were a DC
I
Comics.
would, yeah, I would have. At one point, I would probably argue that Avengers might actually be one of the best movies ever. It might actually be
might.
the greatest movie ever made. Like it's that good of a movie. So
Have you seen Avengers?
I love Avengers. I think Joss Whedon did a fantastic job, and that's the
Did he
whole
do-
reason why he got the whole damn Justice League contract.
How'd that work out?
I've seen the remake, the Nolan version, and
On purpose?
I like Whedon's version better.
Yeah, probably.
So I don't like.
I
There's
don't know
some
what it is.
aspects.
I think Justice
So-
League was too late too, because by the time Justice League came out, I was kind of sick of superhero movies, anyways. So they're fighting an uphill battle. I'm kind of like, I've seen like 7 remakes of Spider-Man and Superman and Batman, and now there's a Justice League, and I'm like, I don't honestly care anymore. So I mean, that was my problem. I was kind of tapped out. I'm like, okay, enough. I'd rather watch a period piece about doilies in World War I England or something. Tea doilies or tea. Is that what they call it? Yeah.
But
the fancy embroidered or whatever. What do they call it? Crocheted, maybe? I don't know what the term is.
but all of the Avenger movies I figured could be on that list.
Yeah, it's a good franchise.
But I decided, no, let's not use the Avengers. Let's pivot to one particular character, Wolverine.
Oh.
So I decided to use the
X-Men.
X-Men franchise instead.
Okay.
Because you've got X-Men, the original set, X-Men 1 through 3. And then you've got Wolverine, and then you've got New Class, and you got all the Logan movies that followed, right? So I'm like, you know what? Let's go with the X-Men films.
You got like X-Men 6, A New Hope or something.
You know, you got Apocalypse and all those franchises, Phoenix and all that. So I figure I'd put X-Men on my list of franchises. And my fourth one, I'd go with something that's kind of suspense a little bit, but also a lot of action. And I went with Bourne Identity.
Oh, I forgot about the Bourne series. Yeah, that's a good one. But not with Hawkeye. Not the one with Hawkeye.
No, Matt Damon.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? They did make a Bourne. I forgot the guy's name. I was just kind of kidding because all I could remember is Hawkeye. He played Hawkeye in the Avengers.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I know the actor. I just can't remember his name.
They're like, hey, Bourne this one because Matt Damon thinks he's better than us. I think that's what it was called. This one because Matt Damon thinks he's better. Matt Damon sciencing the hell out of potatoes on Mars right now, so we can't have him in this next Bourne. I think is what it was called. No, I'm just kidding. That's a crossover with the Martian. Remember Bourne versus the Martian? That was a weird movie.
Well, that is funny as hell.
It is kind of. I had to look up how to spell doily. I think that's how to spell it. My mom had a bunch of them. That's the only reason I think I know that word. Like,
Stephen, the funny thing about Superman, and I always make this argument. I always say Superman is, or your favorite Superman is the Superman of your childhood, right?
Probably.
So Christopher Reeve obviously is the Superman of my childhood. So I say he is, and I think we all say this. He isn't just an actor. He was put on this earth to be Superman. Now, my personal favorite Superman is Dean Cain because I love Lois and Clark: The New Adventures of Superman.
Yeah, I never watched the show, but I could see that.
So Dean Cain is my favorite Superman. But if you're talking about the greatest Superman of all time, I mean, there's not a question. Like Christopher Reeves, like I said, is Superman. Like there's not even a doubt about it. If you're moving along the line, I'd probably put Tom Welling next just because of Smallville. I watched him as Superman for 10 years. Yeah. Problem is, he didn't play Superman. He played Clark Kent.
Who played Superman? Did they never have Superman in the show?
No. I mean, it was always leading up to him becoming Superman, but he never officially was Superman, not until really like the last episode, the last few moments.
So it
So
should have just been called like Smallville the Big T's or Smallville Blue Balls or something. Like,
yeah, so
what was the point of that? That
so
was a
he
waste
wasn't
of 10 years.
so he was never actually Superman. He was just Clark Kent.
What was that
And
show about then? He was never turned into
so
Superman. What, it was just like, oh, and here's Clark Kent doing trigonometry. Oh, here's him learning about history. Like, what? What was that show? I missed it, so I have no idea. That's weird.
no, he was
Small.
good. He was still doing all the Superman he saves and all that stuff. So I mean,
Oh,
it's no,
okay.
I mean everything you come to expect from Superman, you find that in Smallville.
He just wasn't wearing the fancy pajamas and the cape and stuff yet.
Yeah, if you watch the TV series Superboy in the '80s, that's basically what Smallville was of sorts.
Okay.
So I don't
They should
know.
make
Would I
movies
keep
like
would you keep Tom Welling out of your top 5 or top 4 selection of greatest Superman actors just because of that fact? Because he wasn't
no.
officially Superman, or because he played the role of Clark Kent / Superman, that he would still be
He
on
was
that
playing.
list?
Yeah, he was playing Superman. I would keep him out of the list because I never watched Smallville, so I don't know him. But that's another good one. Batman villains. Ironically, the Penguin makes a great pizza topping and a Batman villain. No, I'm just kidding. Trying to think of one that could do for both because Lynn had the pizza toppings earlier. The penguins. What does penguin taste like? Chicken, I guess. Then why don't you just put chicken on there? Why are you bothering putting penguins on there if it tastes like chicken? Anyway, just put the chicken on there for crying out loud. So,
So I know there was an animated series of Batman that had
are
a
you
crocodile.
putting the Avengers on the
No,
third?
I put X-Men on there.
That's right. So you got 3.
X-Men, and number
Wasn't
4 was Born Identity series.
That's right. Okay, so you did finish off. Wasn't there like what was the one with was it Bloodshot? The Suicide Squad. Wasn't there like a crocodile themed person on that
Yeah,
one of those movies?
yeah, he was on Suicide Squad.
And then I also remember, wasn't there a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle based crocodile villain? Because I remember having a figure
Yeah,
like Leatherhead or Leatherface or Leather something,
I want to say it was Leatherhead.
something like that. Anybody was. And I don't remember him in the cartoon, but I remember having the figure because at that point you just wanted to buy every new figure that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles released. I was a big TMNT fan. That could be a franchise too. It's not on my list. So I guess it's my turn. Even though I give it a lot of crap, Star Wars is probably on the top 4, at least for the first 3, because of when you saw it. I mean, when you look back at it later, you're kind of like, yeah, George Lucas had no idea what he was doing. So like, some of those cuts where it's just like literally, hey, we're in a desert in North Africa or wherever they filmed it, and then they're just like, hey, let's have a black screen do this. I'm like, really? That's the cut you decided to go with? Yeah, he didn't know what he was doing. But as a kid, I didn't care because I'm like, oh, look at the big chewy thing. That's great. So probably Star Wars is on there. It gets a lot of maybe Aliens. I like your cutover with the horror stuff. And I've been rewatching Aliens a lot, so it's top of mind. I better get it out before you pass out. I think Aliens might be on the list. I even rewatched Alien Resurrection again a couple nights ago on HBO Max because it's going off again. But I tried to watch the special Tasty Crispy Director's Cut edition. I forget what they call it. Tried to see if I could pick up any new scenes. I think I picked up a few. It's not as bad as I remember. It's still kind of okay. So probably Aliens is on there. I don't know. Do you think Terminator? We need to get we need a comedy in there. We got Star Wars and Aliens. Is there a good comedy series I'm not thinking of? Surfing Crocodile? Bane? Yeah. Poison Ivy. Talk about Batman villains. I don't know if I like Batman enough to put him on my list. Waddy's checking out. Passing out. He's looking up at the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, was it Tom Welling? What's the guy's name from Smallville? It's Dean Cain. Hey, everybody, I'm Dean Cain. I don't have a job right now. Maybe he does. I don't know. I haven't seen him in a lot of stuff recently. We need a comedy. You didn't? Did you get? You don't know. You didn't give any comedies. Do we have a good comedy series that could be in there? Indiana Jones is pretty good. I don't know if I think I've already got enough George Lucas-y type stuffs. I need to go back. Tony had a good list. He had like a rock. Didn't you have a Rocky in there, Tony? Wasn't that Tony who came up with it? My memory's
See, there's not a lot of comedy franchises out there that I mean, how many scary movie, epic movie,
but it's not good enough to be
disaster
in.
movie, date movie,
Yeah, but it's
like
not good.
the movie franchise, from made by the Wayans brothers.
Yeah,
I mean,
scary movie has its moments, but in top 4, franchise?
Oh God, no, never. I mean, when it comes to like I said, those other spin-offs, date movie, epic movie, disaster movie, catastrophe movie, or whatever the heck it's called, like those movies, like no, the lame.
They only made
Superhero movie was good, but like if you were putting it, but I consider those
yeah,
to be individual movies. Scary
yeah. You
movie
could.
is an actual franchise. So, scary movie among comedies, maybe,
They only made two
possibly
airplanes. They're not bad, but I don't know if even if they made a third airplane, if that'd be good enough. Caddyshack, they only made one. I mean, they made two, but they only made one. Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters 2 is pretty divisive. It actually gets worse from there. What was there was the all female Ghostbusters. A lot of people didn't like as much.
terrible. No,
I didn't think it was that bad, but and then didn't they make a? Do they have 5 Ghostbusters now?
yeah,
But I don't know if they're good enough to be comedies. They're okay. I want to like them probably because I like Ghostbusters, and even 2 was okay. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I said Aliens, and what was my first one? Star Wars. Trying to think outside the box. Is there anything we haven't mentioned that would be a good one? Indiana Jones. I'm gonna have to use the Google machines. Movie. I think I normally would have said like a superhero type thing, but I'm so sick of superhero movies that Lord of the Rings maybe, but I don't know if I like them enough. Harry Potter might be. Alvin and the Chipmunks. That's it. That's number 3. I'm just kidding. It's funny that Google's like, "Hey, have you thought about Alvin and the Chipmunks?" And I'm like, "No, Google, not once." I remember watching the cartoon as a kid. Godfather, Batman, Lord.
Surfing crocodile.
Not hard. Pirates of the Caribbean we haven't talked about, but they're not good enough. Terminator maybe. Jurassic Park. We didn't mention Jurassic Park. They're probably not on my list though. Planet of the
You
Apes.
know,
You can include the old ones.
you probably could put Jurassic Park up there because
You could.
I mean, with all the new movies, I mean, they're up to like 6 or 7 movies by now.
Dirty Harry, if you're into that franchise. We mentioned Rocky. Mission Impossible we haven't mentioned, but after a while you're kind of like, yeah, I get it. The Mummy, not top 4. Damn. They ran out. So I need to think about that. I need some ideas. So there's a few. What is that? Angliodotus? What is that? Anglo-idiotus. So they're probably putting us down in Spanish or some other language. They're probably putting us down in binary. 100110101010101010101010. See, binary is pretty easy. You just gotta have two numbers, 1 and 0. You never even have to make it 2. Chronicles of Narnia. That's in your list. Bourne franchise. There we go. Paddington trilogy. Yeah, there you go. Paddington. That's in my top 4.
Hey, Lynn, you got to start off with baseball movies first and foremost.
Shrek.
So you got to start off with like Little Big League. You got to start off with Major League. You got to start off with like Rookie of the Year. So
Hannibal.
baseball has to be first and foremost. I always talk about movies that are easy viewing. So I think about a movie like The Replacements, Keanu Reeves. So that's always a fun movie.
That's not a bad football movie. Yeah.
Nope.
Paranormal Activity. I might put Harry Potter in my list. Harry Potter might make. Oh, the Lego. Well, Lego 1 was good. Lego 1 was a great movie. Lego 2 was okay. Lego Batman wasn't bad. Lego Ninjago I never saw. I don't know if Lego's good enough to be in my franchise list. Saw. But I forgot about it. RoboCop. Yeah. Star Wars.
They ruined it with that 2016 or 2014 or whatever the heck year it came out version.
Final Destination.
I don't know what the hell that crap was all about.
They just call this Marvel Cinematic Universe. They lump everybody together. Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, Spider-Man, Thor. I don't know if you should do that. Oh, where's the rest of them? Oh, that was number 1. Damn. There are no good comedy. Am I not thinking of a good comedy franchise? There's got to be one. I love comedy movies so much. Maybe is there a sports one? They made a major league. They made 3 major leagues, I think, but they weren't as good.
Yeah, Major League 3, Back to the Minors. Here's the thing: Back to the Minors is probably the worst of the 3 movies, but it's the one I enjoy watching the most.
Have you never seen Major League, the first one?
Yeah, of course, several times.
Fuck you, Joe Boo. I do it myself.
Like I said, Part 3 is the worst of the 3 movies, but it's the one I enjoy watching. I don't know. It's something very weird about the movie. Like I said, it's just very easy watching. And whereas
Ace
the first
Ventura.
movie, second movie, they're better movies, but it's movies you have to pay attention to. You just can't kind of like zone out. Like I can't be on
I
there
don't.
just kind of hey, it's background noise. I can be on my phone. Up okay. Okay.
I feel personally attacked in this
No,
discussion.
no,
Pretty much
no.
everything is. Pretty much everything is turned on the TV. Let me just. Oh,
But with those movies, you pretty much have to pay attention to what's going on. That's why whenever I put something on, I really don't want to watch anything. I tell my wife, put something on that's easy viewing. Or she wants to put on Netflix or something. I'm like, or Hulu, Amazon Prime, or whatever. I'm like, put on YouTube because it's easy viewing. They're shorter videos, or they're clips. If they're
Transformers.
compilation of videos or something, you're not really having to pay attention to what's on the TV a lot of the time.
I don't feel like they should be in my Mount Rushmore, but I think because I'm kind of sick of talking about it. Maybe John Wick. I'm gonna go with John Wick and Harry Potter. I can't think of a good comedy one, but I'm trying to think outside the box. I think Harry Potter is legitimately pretty decent. I know it has its problems, and what's her name? J.K. Rowling has kind of had her problems recently, but I think as far as a film franchise, I've actually read the books on, even though I was late to Harry Potter. Oh, you gonna pass out? 10 out of 10. Ayala Vanel. Did I get that right? Ayala Vanel? That was a total guess on your pronunciation. Apparently, we're handsome gentlemen. You take that back. I'm neither handsome nor a gentleman. You're a gentleman and a scholar. You take that back. I'm kind of interested in the pizza toppings one. Something near and dear to my heart.
Oh damn! Cameron Diaz, Jimmy Fox. That was
Do what to whom one?
Oh damn! I know the freaking movie.
Oh, Any Given Sunday?
Shoot.
Is that it?
I was gonna come to it eventually.
I think I got it right. You can win or lose if you have to choose. If you'll be alright at any given Sunday. Al Pacino. He's like, I once said hoo-ha in a movie. Now I'm a coach of a football team. Hoo-ha. That was my critic version of, oh, wow, you finished the bottle? You need to get your wife in here to call 911. You're going to have to get your stomach pumped for alcohol poisoning. Even Jack Daniels would kill you if you drank the whole bottle. Look at that. Only reason I would drink Jack Daniels straight is if I'd already drank too much Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels straight, there's a reason why you mix it. Man, it's terrible. It's terrible. Even on the rocks, Jack Daniels is terrible. You definitely need Coke or something. It's empty. You're out of special juice. Sauce, water.
The special juice is gone.
Juice. The juice is loose. You need a BLT. You need one.
Hey, I need to go watch that movie now. That was a good one.
Which one?
Beetlejuice 2.
Oh, that's the recent remake, the last couple of years, right? I haven't seen that yet. It's been sitting in my watch list for a while.
Dude, they did that movie really well. Disappointed in Winona Ryder though.
Also an Alien Resurrection, if you remember Winona Ryder.
So it's like Michael Keaton stepped back in the role 30 years later, or is it 40 years later, whatever, close to it, almost 40 years later, and just did a phenomenal job. It's like he never left the role.
Really?
And
Mount Rushmore or Michael Keaton movies.
And for Winona Ryder, I just felt like she tried too hard. I felt like she forgot how to portray the character.
Yeah, do you have any of your BLTs left? You remember you got the takeout BLTs that were thick and juicy?
Yeah.
Lindsay, you might need one to soak up some of that alcohol. How about Mount Rushmore or Michael Keaton movies? And if Mr. Mom's not on there, then we're going to be fighting words. Or what was that one he takes over? This is a weird foray into Michael Keaton, but he takes over like a car plant. And I think the Japanese buy him, and then he has to like meld his, the American culture with the Japanese culture. What was that movie called? That was Michael Keaton. Damn it. You know what I'm talking about? I'm the only one who's ever seen this movie.
So does it necessarily have to be a Michael Keaton-led movie, or can it be just one with him in a supporting role?
Yeah, he could be a supporting role. Sure, why not?
Because do you count Michael Keaton as the Vulture in Spider-Man as a good option?
I don't know about good, but that's an option. Gung Ho,
I
1986.
wouldn't put it on my Mount Rushmore of Michael Keaton movies. I would have to say Batman has to be number one because how do you have the greatest Batman ever and not include that movie on Michael Keaton's list? I mean, that's insanity.
Nobody messes with Adam Wee.
Mhm.
Adam West. No, I'm just kidding. He's not the best Batman, but I always found that funny that he'd make fun of himself in Family Guy. Oh yeah, the McDonald's movie is good. Michael Keaton, yeah, and that was a breakout role for him because he was all comedy movies, Mr. Mom, Gung Ho, that sort of stuff. When he got Batman, and you're kind of like, Michael Keaton is Batman. What the hell are you talking about? That makes no sense. But he does a really good job. And it's weird because these are the Tim Burton Batmeni. What's the plural? Batman. How many Batmen does it take to screw in a light bulb? But no, this was the Tim Burton versions, right? Where you could be kind of for one weird reason. Imagine if Tim Burton remade Batman today, he'd probably cast Johnny Depp, wouldn't he?
Most likely.
As Batman. The one time he doesn't cast Johnny Depp, it's for Batman. Sorry, Johnny, you're okay, but we'll give you Edward Scissorhands, but I'm not giving you Batman. Oh, but I'm Johnny Depp. I could be a pirate and stuff.
Sadly, the Christopher Nolan Batman is probably my least favorite Batman.
Really?
Actually, no, I scrapped that. I lied. I
Why
think
do
the
you hate this
freaking George
Batman?
Clooney Batman is obviously the worst. But George Clooney Batman is the worst. But freaking Christian Bale Batman is pretty darn bad. I
Which
don't like.
who are the evil villains in the George Clooney? So after Michael Keaton, it all kind of blends together until we get to Christian Bale. Christian Bale should have been a better Batman than Michael Keaton.
Can
No
I?
offense to
Like,
Michael
can I?
Keaton, but Christian Bale's a better actor. But man, did he ruin Batman?
Who did?
Christian Bale. And
I mean,
Christopher Nolan let him get away.
out of the suit, Christian Bale was a fantastic actor. He did Bruce
Yeah,
Wayne incredibly well. But in the suit as Batman, no, that whole voice thing I thought was really stupid. I was never a fan of that.
exactly.
And
Yeah,
and
I'm
now
just
all of a
kind of like,
sudden it's become like this thing where everyone has to copy it.
what is he thinking?
Even Ben Affleck is doing that. Robert Pattinson's doing the whole thing. Like, stop it. I mean, it's just something that one actor chose to do for his image.
The worst Batman. Yeah, so
And
if not for the voice, the Christopher Nolan series could have been good. But you have two voice. I mean, so after you got the I'm Batman problem, you also have Bane in the last one, Tom Hardy. It was like, oh, would you like a bagel and cream cheese? I'm a
yeah, like what the hell is that?
I'm like, really? Is that his voice? That's an interesting.
Who
I
is
don't remember
this?
the original Bane, but just the memes alone make that last one. You're kind of like, yeah, it's pretty funny. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about the Robert Pattinson movie, but
Haven't seen it.
my rebuttal would be Robert Pattinson. I'm not a big fan of his, so I've yet to actually sit down and watch it. A buddy of mine who's a big Batman fan says he likes the Batman because it's more about him being a detective than just like a superhero with millionaire gadgets. Oh look, I've got a black hole thing on my waist or whatever, and I can just throw it at you and kill you. Or whatever. So it's more about him being a detective. But I have yet to see it. Though I do love the Linkin Park video that's based on that Batman movie. It's a good video. So I give it props for that video because I don't know if it's in the movie because I haven't seen the movie, but I'm trying to even remember what the song was. But it's a great music video because they show him doing stuff. There's this one scene I think he escapes the police department. I think it is. He flies out the window with his cape, but he's not like a superhero, so he like crash lands to the floor or the street. Whatever.
Yeah, see,
Good video
it's easy because it's too easy to say, hey, Michael Keaton's the best Batman. It's easy to say, hey, George Clooney is the worst Batman. I mean, that's a guaranteed. But Christian Bale,
Yeah,
awesome
even as a
in
detective.
out of suit, terrible in suit. He's on the list of worst Batmans. Robert Pattinson, I don't think he's a bad actor, so I'm ready to hold judgment on him as Batman until I actually see the movie. And
So
I
Batman
remember
Two Judgment
buying
Day.
that movie on eBay like a few years ago when the movie came out,
Ooh.
and I spent all this money thinking like this was like a hot movie that I was gonna watch immediately.
How about Mount
And
Rushmore of Batman songs?
I
There's at least
still
one
haven't
person in
watched
the
the
chat
darn
that
movie.
disagree. Oh yeah, I haven't seen it either. But how about Mount Rushmore? I don't know about worst Batmans. How about no one said it yet, but how about Kiss from a Rose by Seal? I don't remember which Batman it was, but that was on the Batman soundtrack. Great song. U2 has a pretty good one. I forget how it goes, but Batman's
Yeah.
Batman Eye.
Batman.
So if you have more than one Batman, is that a murder of Batman?
There you go.
Hey, from Pakistan.
I mean, is that what bats are, though? Zalima. That's awesome.
What time is it over in Pakistan right now? We got to be
About 9.5 hours ahead, probably.
Maybe more?
Or I think they're probably like 9.5 hours ahead.
Because I think India is 12.5 or 13.5. I think like the UK is about 6 or 7. So I'm trying.
I don't think it's that much.
Yeah, 10 hours. 10 hours for me. That sounds about right. I was trying to do the math. I was doing big pump math though, so I'm like 2/3 of 100% times the train leaving San Francisco at 4 p.m.
Yeah, so 9 hours ahead of me.
Yeah, that's how, guys. I used to have some second and third level people that worked offshore, and of course, with technology, I'm in computers, so it's not a stereotype. There's a lot of good Indian computer scientists, and we always had to deal with it. It was always half an hour off for us, and they didn't do daylight savings time, and I wish we didn't either. So when we would spring forward, it would become like an hour, less or more. So it was like 11.5 or 12.5 hours. It was always a weird half. That half hour always messed with me.
Yeah, so like when I worked in Afghanistan, we were always like either 9.5 or 10.5 hours ahead of my wife, and we were always based on Central Time Zone. So
yeah, it's kind of interesting. I didn't think that Texas is central too, right?
Mm-hmm.
It feels like they're further west, but I guess they aren't really. Half hour, yeah. There's the extra half an hour. Okay, so yeah, Pakistan. You said was 5:30, so that's even for me. That's about 10 hours ahead. Kiss from a Rose by Seal, yeah. Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite songs.
I couldn't remember the movie. That's what's so funny. It's like the movie is probably forgettable, I guess, but the song I can remember. There's a lot of those kind of songs, though. It's not a franchise, but a great soundtrack and actually an underrated movie, Last Action Hero. Anybody know that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No, the movie. Don't know about soundtrack though.
So many great songs.
About soundtrack.
Last Action Hero. Look it up. And
not just Lima, thank you.
Not just because I'm an Alice in Chains fan. And that's pretty cool. I think Zalima's wrong. Maybe one of us is cool. Which one is that? Me? No. Trying to remember. Last Action Hero was great. Wasn't there 2 Alice in Chains songs on there? There's a lot of good songs on there. And the movie didn't do well. I don't know if it had a lot of competition, but I think people didn't understand it. It was kind of funny that because Arnold Schwarzenegger was kind of making fun of himself in the movie, really, because they're making fun of action hero movies. And they did like the alternate universe thing, so he goes to a blockbuster and like Sylvester Stallone is doing all his parts.
The Terminator. I thought was funny as hell. I'll be back. I guess you didn't know that was coming out, did you?
The kid kind of gets annoying, but it's pretty good. Was it 1993? Man,
I saw the movie a long ass time ago, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember. It's kind of like UHF, if I remember correctly. UHF is a funny movie on its own. Weird Al. I understand it's not for everyone, but I think it came out the same summer as like the first Batman with Michael Keaton. I think one of the Indiana Jones, and like there was a third blockbuster movie, so it like had no chance, right, at the movie theater. I feel bad for Weird Al, but it was a good movie on its own.
Three Ninjas. Well, the first Three Ninjas movie was great, and any subsequent sequel that they made without the original cast,
they made
like I don't even remember seeing the sequels. I just remember seeing parts of the movies and they just look so freaking stupid. I'm like, nah, forget this.
Did they call it Four Ninjas?
No, there were still Three Ninjas. It was just I think they kept the original characters. I think for like probably the second movie, maybe in the third movie or something. Again, I don't think I've seen the sequels. I didn't care to. The original cast was gone, so that gave me reason to pause and be like, no, I have no interest in seeing any subsequent movies because the people you watch were gone. So like, why? But
now how about subsequent movies? Would you watch subsequent movies? No, I'm just kidding. Different pronunciation. So if they had a Three Ninjas 2, would that actually be 6 ninjas? Because mathematically, the 3 next to the 2 is probably multiplication.
I love the Nanny. The Nanny, Suburban Commando.
Oh, with Hulk Hogan.
What else was it?
You could have gone with A Nanny with Fran Drescher, and then we could have gone 6 Degrees of Fran Drescher back to UHF with Weird Al. Fran Drescher was in Weird Al. Did you know that? Did you know? I did not know that. I did know that. Suburban Commando. We talked about, because I think they finally shipped the Kurt Fuller figure from Grapplers and Gimmicks. The only reason I bought it is because I already have the Zeus and Hulk Hogan from No Holds Barred. Another.
Mhm.
I mean, technically, was it Rocky 3 that he was in? I always get that wrong. Or was it
Who,
Rocky
Zeus?
2? Hulk Hogan was in. Was it 3 or 2? I always get that wrong.
Rocky 3.
Was it
Rocky
3?
3 with Mr. T.
For some reason, I'm always wanting to skip the Rocky 4 where he fights the Russian Swedish guy, Dolph Lundgren.
Well, that one was my favorite. I mean, I think Rocky
I know
4
it
was
is,
probably the best.
but he was a Swedish guy that was playing a Russian. Not to be used with Sean Connery, who was a Scottish guy playing a Russian. Or a Scottish guy playing a Spaniard in Highlander. Apparently, they were like, no, Sean Connery, we don't want you to be Scottish. Can you be the Scottish guy playing a Russian or a Spaniard? Like, yeah, sure, why not? yeah, sure, why not? I can't do a Scottish accent. I don't know. All-time favorite film? Only limited to one? There can be only one. It's not Highlander, though. That's when Sean Connery played the Scottish Spaniard guy. It was what was it? The Hunt for Red October is when Sean Connery played the Scottish Russian guy. It's like we want you to do anything but be Scottish. All right, I'll be the Scottish British guy and be James Bond. Okay, great.
Do you even remember what your answer is for your favorite movie? Because I have my answer set in my head because this answer has been set in my head since like 1999. And the answer to this question hasn't changed in 27 years.
Is it Major Payne?
No. All-time favorite movie.
That makes somebody in the chat happy, though. You do like
since
Major
I was
Payne?
14 years old has been Cruel Intentions with Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Oh, you have said that before, right? Yeah. And you said it on purpose.
I said because I still am a huge Sarah Michelle Gellar fan. I was a huge Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan. Buffy is my all-time favorite TV show. And 1999, we're talking about the height of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Cruel Intentions came out in 99. That movie where she was a witch came out. I forgot the name of that movie. So 99 was a good year for Sarah Michelle Gellar.
I think it was the English Patient. Wasn't it the English Patient where she plays a witch?
No, it was
sarcasm. If you knew the English Patient, that'd be totally away from.
And the guy from the movie, he was also in he was also in the TV show The Dead Zone, and I can't freaking remember his goddamn name, but it's like bippity boppity boom. So like, I don't need all of this.
So I don't know about so you need to go. So Lon wants to know, can you recommend a good horror movie? Waddy definitely can. That's like his bread and butter.
And it depends on what kind of horror films you're into, what you're looking for.
I always like Debbie Does Dallas. That was always a pretty good flick. Oh, horror.
Yes,
that's one of those
gotta
words
make that roar. You gotta emphasize the roar at the end.
I gotta put the right emphasis on the correct syllable. Man, one movie to.
You want to know some creepy ass films? I mean, I like not just the Terrifier, but I like all of the Terrifier films that have Art the Clown in them. So,
which is
you have to get on Google and search Art the Clown, because before Terrifier movies came out, they actually had all these other Halloween, like All Hallows Eve, for example, which is a really great movie.
Is it?
So, and it features Art the Clown among other stories. So I think that would be a really fun, not just movie, but a group of movies to watch.
How did you describe the first Terrifier on Saturday? Wasn't it the first Terrifier where he cuts the lady in half?
I think that was the second one, man. Where he's got the freaking woman upside down, right? And he's got his chainsaw. He's freaking slicing her from the cooch upward. I'm like, you freaking nasty, brutal son of a.
Like you do.
You all kinds of nasty. Like how? Like ew.
Not quite as good or as famous as Hulk Hogan, but there was at least one Terrifier that had a professional wrestler in it.
Like you gotta grab yourself by the groin and kind of like cross your legs and just sit there like you gotta sit there with your legs crossed and like.
So when you watch that scene, did that hurt your man cooch?
Your
You ever
man
like
could.
Lady Ball? You like Lady Balls? Your man Cooch?
Your
Um,
man-
I think wasn't he in two? There was a professional wrestler in the Terrifier franchise.
Was that Goldberg or something? Or
Chris Jericho played a
really?
security guard or a nurse. I think he was a nurse. Maybe the third one. Maybe the second one. Maybe both of them. Art. Yeah, he played Art is Jericho. For all you wrestling fans, that's a pretty good reference. I'm pretty proud of that one. Art is Jericho, but he wasn't. Art the Clown was not Jericho. So that would be kind of weird. I'm still trying to think of if you had. So this is kind of like your favorite movie has to be the movie you watch over and over again. You're stuck on a stranded island for some reason. Yeah,
Yep.
that's always the plot
Oh,
to this
so
theoretical.
so that's a question, is a point that Zelina
Or
makes.
theoretical.
When you look at horror and you look at the brutality of films
I
like
love
a
looking at horror.
Hostel, like a Saw, like a Terrifier, do you classify that as horror, or because of the sort of torture and violence that's included in those films, do you not look at it as horror, but something completely different? Because I consider it to be horror because it leaves the person terrified, it leaves them scared, it leaves them wincing in agony or pain. Like when you watch
Take it.
somebody get cut open like that, you're you're feeling what the person's like. It hurts. Like you can actually feel the person. Like, okay, you're you're covering your eyes. You're whatever. That's to me is what horror's supposed to be. There's other movies. There's American movies. There's also like Korean or possibly Japanese. I don't know. Movies called The Butcher. Super freaking graphic, super freaking violent, and
I think.
you know you're watching a damn Korean movie. You know you're gonna see some shit, man. But 2010 movie's called The Butcher, and it's another one of those Terrifier type movies. You know, it's insane, but it's like I said, I consider it to be a horror movie. You can go out and
Is
get your
it?
Annabelles and The Conjuring, which I think are one of again another couple set of movies. Annabelle, and even though Annabelle falls as a spin-off of Conjuring, for sake of argument, I will
Is it?
consider it to be its own franchise.
Is it in the same universe?
Yeah, yeah,
It's still
so
same cinematic universe. Air
yeah.
quotes. I got a
hmm
sale on air quotes at the store.
So,
Store
and those are another couple set of movies you could
italicized.
put on that list of greatest movie franchises of all time because those are incredible.
I
And
mean, you could. I probably wouldn't.
it's the Tusk.
So you mentioned I've never seen the
I
movie,
mean, it's
but
a great
it's
movie, but
apocryphal.
not a franchise.
I've never seen Tusk. It's apocryphal, but I've never seen the movie. But Zelima had mentioned the Serbian film. From what I've heard from like Reddit and other social media, I think that's probably way up there. I don't know about. I think Terrifier seems like it could be a horror movie, but yeah, the Serbian film's all kinds of messed up from what I gather. I've never seen it though, but it's
When
all
I was
kinds.
in when I was in Afghanistan, and you're looking for like the scariest horror movies of all time, right? And you get on Google and start searching films, and they give you a list of banned movies around the U.S. or banned movies around the world or stuff. Worst horror movies of all time, and among those movies are the Serbian film. And you're Afghanistan, and there's nothing keeping you from being able to download movies or whatever while you're over there. I'm okay, so I'll download the Serbian film, see what it's about. Um, when I opened up the film, the file was corrupted, so there's no volume. So you can't watch the film because
That
there's no noise or anything, so you can't hear anything.
I mean,
But
that's actually
so
what
I
Serbian film's about: is corrupted files. Very
yep.
scary. It's very
But
scary.
I
Like,
mean,
oh no, my midterms are corrupted. Oh,
yeah, but I mean, I fast
oh
forward through the
forgive.
movie, scene by scene, kind of,
Yeah, I get
through
you
the
said.
computer, fast forward, just kind of see what the hell's going on and whatnot. And I got a gist of what this shit was. And when I say that this movie was a total mind fudge, like it is. And you can see why the
Say
movie was
mind
freaking
fudge.
banned.
Did you say mind fudge?
Mind fudge, because I didn't want to curse because
That's on my Mount Rushmore of Christmas candies. Mind fudge. It's very
mind
good.
fudge.
You ever had
But
mind fudge? Also, I also like mind divinity. Very good. Hard to make.
now I don't know if what I saw and what I believe I saw to be 100% accurate, but
Yeah,
from what I
70.
gathered is the lead actor was, his character was a porn star or something,
Ooh, it's
and
a horror movie.
I'm trying to base this off without any sound, so I don't know what the hell exactly is happening. And I'm only watching these scenes a little bit at a time, so I'm only probably watching maybe a couple minutes at a time here and there. I might watch like 30 seconds here, 45 seconds there, 2.5 minutes there. So it's like, let's say it's a 2-hour movie. I'd
Wow,
probably
that's
watch
great.
maybe 15 minutes of it, maybe 10 minutes. So I'm gathering very little bit of information from this movie. And he's supposed to be having sex with some person, and at the end of the scene, he's filming a porno. He rips off the mask of this person, and he finds out it's his young son. And I'm like, what kind of sick, demented shit is this? I'm like, that's the kind of crap, and that you
The best
understand
kind.
why it was banned all over. Or there's another film that was actually a really good movie, something I would recommend, and I think that was banned all over the place, but um, damn, what was it called? I think it started with an M, and
Mary?
it was called
M. Night Shyamalan? Monkey?
oh man. So
Mandibular?
basically, there's two
Montague?
versions. There's an American version which is good, but it's not that great, and there's a foreign version which is a million times better. Um, this girl is captured, held captive, tortured. She escapes, and years later she comes back, hunts down the family that captured her and held her hostage, and shoots them all dead. Shoots the parents. Shoots down their kids.
Did she shoot them until they died from it?
Yeah, she had a shotgun. And then she was recaptured by this other group that the family was working for, and basically re-imprisoned her. And no, not Midsummer. It was called, damn. I tried to get my wife to watch it. I think I got her to watch the new version, the American version, because I don't think the other version was available.
Was it Medea at Space Camp? That begins with an
Man,
M. Major Pain? I'm trying to remember. It's a quote. I think it's a quote from a movie, but I'll kill you till you die from it. I think it's a comedy. I will kill you till you die from it. Oh, another good Michael Keaton film, Johnny Dangerously. Farg and Ice Holes. Some action.
mythical. No.
My father hung me on a hook once.
Oh man, hold on. I'm trying to think here.
Once.
All right, I can't brain right now, so I'm gonna phone a friend and ask for help.
Does your wife know? Is that your friend?
When you
Is it Morty? It's Morty, isn't
when
it?
you save someone's life and you give your life to save them,
MD
or
Popeye.
no, bad example. When you
Is
intentionally
is it the Beverly Hillbillies?
when you intentionally die for a cause, you are a
Moron?
martyr. That's the word I want to look for. Martyr
Oh,
is the name of the movie.
I feel bad for suggesting moron. I knew it wasn't moron, but I'm like, that's kind of funny. Moron could fit, depending on the reason. Not the historic chocolate reasons. It's a different candy, totally different candy. Drag Me to Hell. Yeah, is it? I don't know. It could be scary-ish, scary adjacent. It could be in the
But
same
yeah,
aisle. I mean, Drag Me to Hell could be in the same aisle as scary in your grocery, right?
but
So
yeah,
you go to Kroger, get your
if
big
anybody
case.
watches the movie Martyr, and I'm talking about find the
Finding Martyr.
don't watch the American version, and if you do watch the American version, watch it second. Watch the original version first. Watch the if you have to read the subtitles, trust me, read the subtitles. Watch the original
Is it
foreign film. It is so much better. And
is
when
it
you get to the ending and you
Martyr?
see
Martyr.
what this girl has suffered and gone through, it when her mind basically when her mind basically shuts down, leaves her body.
That's what I was wondering.
I can't explain it
Is
because
it?
there
Is it?
there is no explanation. You cannot explain what she sees until you actually see the film and see how her body like leaves her body and goes to the universe essentially. I don't know.
Is it
It's
French? Is it a French
well,
movie? Is it Martyrs? With
maybe,
me,
but
Laura?
it might be French. But it's just such a weird movie, and it's just something I recommend to anybody who would.
It's a horror movie that follows two childhood abuse survivors who search for truth and revenge. Leads to a sadistic.
2008 sounds about right.
It could be. I don't know this film, but I'd have to cross-reference it with being also an American one. Jeez, really, Lynn? Man, AEW does not know how to book. Do they just like? Do
It's
they
Limo.
bury
Nice to talk to
everyone in
you.
AEW? Come on.
Hope to see you again.
Kevin Knight does the flippy stuff, but Brian Cage looks like he could fold him into a shoe-case. Like, they have no idea what they're doing in AEW. Jeez. Well, yeah, it sounds like AEW. Then you had me at AEW. They bought. No, wait, they botched something on AEW? That's the thing is right now, WWE is ripe for the picking. And AEW is just fumbling all over the place. We need to start. Actually, your wrestling figure line's a good idea, Waddy, but you should start a wrestling league. We could take over because, man, neither of the main ones know what they're doing. We
Right.
just need. Well, you're already in Jim Cornette country. We just ask him for some advice. Like, hey, Jim, you can stay in your home. You don't need to
Hey,
travel.
Naruto.
Just help us build some stories. We could be the number one wrestling promotion in the United States.
There you go.
Because holy cow! Oh, hi from Russia. What time is it in Russia right now? We had Pakistan. It's about 10 hours ahead of me. Well, it depends in Russia. Russia's a super wide country. You got to have like 7 time zones in Russia, man. They're so wide.
I would say probably 9.5 hours.
Jake, do you ever see Fear.gov, the sequel to Fear.com? 4 a.m. Do you ever see Fear.co.uk? You ever seen Fear.net?
So 7 hours. I was actually thinking 7 originally.
Are these top level domain names jokes doing anything for you?
Fear.com.
Yeah, St.
That was a
Petersburg's
good
on the
movie.
west side. St. Petersburg's on the west side of Russia, if I remember correctly. I
You
know
know
my
what the funny thing about that is? If that was real life and somebody had an actual website set up where you log on this website about to get killed, you can't tell people don't log on to this website, someone's about to die, because anyone and their mom are gonna log on to that website to watch somebody get murdered, because it's like when you're driving down the highway and you see an accident, you don't wanna see somebody
You're gonna be
die,
looking. No.
you hope everybody's okay, but guess what? You're rubbernecking, you wanna see what happened. It's your interest, it's just, I was about to say something about the cat, but I curiosity and cats and all that, but I'm not gonna say that. But we know the deal. It's just human element, human interest in finding interest in injury and death and all that stuff. So everyone else is gonna tune in to watch it. Why can't I? Type of deal. And when a movie like Fear.com comes out and presents this option, in real life that could potentially happen. Problem is, you gotta find somebody who actually has the capability to put that in a black web and know how to run something like that without actually being caught. You're that biz. I like that.
Yeah, I was trying to make. I've told my professional, my day job is in computers. So this is all about domain name system DNS. So I was making top level domains. That's the .coms, the .orgs, the .govs, the .biz. Now they got a ton of them. So I was trying to make sequel jokes about Fear.com. Like, oh, how about Fear.edu? Man, that was amazing. It was like scariness on a college campus, I guess. Fear.co.uk, I thought that was pretty good. Fear.ch. I always go with like hackme.ru. No offense, but RU is, I
Hey,
think,
Naruto. Yes, we are.
hackme.ch, I think is China. I always make a joke.
Yeah, guys, I think we're about to cut this off at 9:00.
Yep, only 7 more hours. So you get in here, hit the likes and subscribes. We only have 7 more hours to go. Do you realize the top level of the domain name system that we all know and love is the period, the dot, literally the dot.
Shit.
You don't realize that. You go to Amazon.com, it should actually work. Dot is the top level of the whole domain name system. So that's your geeky reference of the day. You're welcome.
Nice. Oh, before we do head out, guys, remember on Friday, Kirk's
got
Corner
something
and I
else?
will be dual live streaming 11 a.m. For the Hasbros.
Nice.
You remember we have completed series 1 through 11, so right now we're still going to be working on accessories. That could mean wrestling ring. That could mean the Royal Rumble figures. That's those little, I don't know, 3-inch figures maybe. I got a bunch of those figures loose. I think I have 4 packages carded. Now there's like I think 6 other figures that came with the actual mini Royal Rumble wrestling ring, and I don't have that ring or the figures that came with it, so I'm missing those suckers. But I'll show off what I have for that Hasbro video.
Cool.
Oh, the 10-inch or 12-inch talking figures like the Hogan and the Warrior, pull string figures. I'll show those off.
Okay.
I'll go through the book. I'll see whatever else we have Hasbro related, and that way I'll include that as part of the Hasbro video. And that'll probably wipe out Hasbro Fridays for us. Now we talked about possibly moving on to like WWE Mattel Superstars, the Remco style figures, but
Okay.
if we're being honest, I don't really have an interest in doing those myself. And with the idea of possibly cutting down live streams, I might do away with Friday live streams, at some point. During the summertime, at some point, I talked about cutting down Mondays and Wednesdays. So at some point, we might start only doing Saturdays. I'll let you guys know when that's going to happen.
Do you think we should do a compromise and maybe just like 2, like a Wednesday, Saturday, and see how that goes, or
maybe
Tuesday? Bum has Tuesday. Does Bum have? Yeah, Bum has Tuesday, so not Tuesday.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll always be able to talk about it first. It won't just be, unless it's like, hey, today I'm sick, guys, or I'm not feeling right, or hey, I'm just not feeling a live stream or something. I'll send up a message, be like, hey, no live stream today. But I mean, that's rare. I mean, very rare do I miss a live show. So,
so for like the Friday shows, does Kirk have Gloop figures or something? I'm trying to think of other figures you could do. Also, with the pull string ones, have you already done that with the Toonie Everest ones to compare and contrast the Everest? With
I think I've held them up during those reviews in the past. Yeah,
I think you already did. If not, I would be curious because I never had any of those pull string talking ones, but I do have a few of the Everest now. One on my desk actually over here, the white shoulder pads animal. No, that should be good though. A lot of things that maybe we didn't have in the Hasbro Retro line. I remember the figures, but I'm sure I had one ring, but I don't remember a lot of the other things that you're talking about.
So just kind of figure ideas for Saturday's live show, though. Are we still doing? I'm trying to think. We still want to do another Mount Rushmore, or move on to other ideas. I'm thinking a different topic for Saturday, but I don't know. I like these Mount Rushmores because it's interesting topics.
Mount Rushmore of infectious diseases.
Oh, Mount Rushmore infectious, eh?
Hantavirus is in the news. It's not on my top list. I'd say Ebola should be in there somewhere. COVID, and HIV/AIDS actually should be up there, but we don't want this thing. That's a weird topic.
What's that virus from Raccoon City?
Oh yeah, what did they just call it, the Z virus or something like that for zombie? What for all you Resident Evil fans, right? Isn't it just the Z virus or something like that? It could also be in the 28 days.
I mean, that's got to be my favorite one.
It could also be in the 28 Days Later franchise. That's a virus too, I think. It is an interesting topic though, because like Ebola is like a hemorrhagic fever, and it makes you like bleed out, and you like until your innards. T virus. Damn it! I wish it was Z virus. It should have been Z virus. But it's interesting to think about HIV/AIDS. Actually, well, HIV is the virus, AIDS is the disease. But HIV is actually one of the better viruses because it lays dormant for so long that the host can spread the virus around. Ebola is actually bad. It's deadly if you get it, but it kills the host too quickly.
Saturday. Thinking about how about this for a Saturday stream? Best video game movie adaptations.
Ooh, interesting.
I like the topic actually. So if I can't come up with another topic, we might go into that one. That sounds good.
Favorite numbers. The Mount Rushmore of numbers. I was always partial to Threeven. Does it include irrational numbers? Everyone loves pi. 3.141592. No. 22 divided by 7. Oh, and that, I mean, Papa Pump Steiner loves 22 divided by 7. He's a big fan. Because it's a fraction. No. 3 plus 4i. Oh, everyone loves 3 plus 4i. It's a great number. No. Anyway. Yeah,
Maybe
what do you
not
think
this
about it?
Saturday, but hopefully maybe on Monday.
The Mount Rushmore of presidential monuments. So
I might go sit outside for next week's live show.
that'd be cool.
Sit by the pool or something.
How's that
Still,
going? Still got some work to do, or is it almost?
yeah, I mean it's most like I say, it's mostly done. We got a few things that we need to fix up back there, like another step. Putting some lights in the back and whatnot. Yeah, there's a little bit light back there. Right now it's 9 o'clock, so if I decide to live stream in the back, I won't be able to sit back there for long because it's gonna be too dark. People aren't gonna be able to see me. So if I do it outside, I can only do it for like let's say 45 minutes to an hour.
Though I mean, the further you get into the summer, you probably could, right? Because it probably stays pretty decent until, especially if you get. Yeah, I think you still have some lights you want to put in the deck. Would that help?
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Maybe.
My contractor, he took a new job, so he's been building a new deck at some other lady's house, a pretty big job, and he's been gone for like 2 weeks, hasn't come back here. So, um, he finished the majority of the job, but now the last 0.5% of the job that needs to be done, or so,
Yeah.
last 1% of the job that needs to be done is actually no. There's because underneath the deck, I still wanted all that dirt to be filled with like mulch or something or rocks. I mean, that's still a pretty hefty job. So, I mean, maybe it's not nice. Maybe I'm giving too much credit because the deck build itself is almost done, but it's below the deck that I'm still wanting to be.
Yeah.
That's still a lot of work.
It's kind of like you got the car and the outside looks great, but then they forgot to put the engine in or something like that. There's still some stuff below the surface that needs to be accomplished.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's what you have to think about. The other Mount Rushmore topics or other topics. Hopefully tonight, so somebody pointed out that the Cubs, they won 10 in a row, right? And then they lost 3. Then they won 10
So
in a
they
row.
won 10.
And
And
now
they
they
lost
lost
3.
3. So maybe they'll
And I
start
told you,
tonight.
hey, I said it was going to happen. I said they were going to lose once they dropped that first game after their second 10-game win streak. I said they were going to lose 3 straight. And watch, they're going to win another 10 in a row.
Hopefully, because they played pretty poorly the last couple games. I think they got 1 hit yesterday. Somehow they got 2 runs off 1 hit. I didn't watch the game, and I'm not going to, but maybe tonight.
By the way, guys, this was just grape water. I know everybody's been freaking out like the entire live show, think I was drinking alcohol and stuff, but like seriously, this is just grape water. So
Grape?
like I just found it like interesting when you kept saying, "Are you gonna get drunk or you gonna pass out?" I'm like, no. So I kept play along with you, but man, like no, I'm like I'm good.
He's gonna pass out anytime. You watch out. Yeah. You drink.
So I did.
Honestly, you should be floating though. You probably are ready. Oh yeah, they go. Hey, Ross is here. Well, sorry, we can't leave. Ross just got here. We gotta stay.
Hey Ross, hey man, it's good to have you, bud. But we're just getting ready to head out right now, man.
Yeah, we only got 2 more hours to go. You missed the first 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm gonna head over. My wife and I are gonna spend some time.
I mean,
even
if that wasn't alcoholic, you drank that whole bottle, right? So you gotta need to hit the little boy's room.
Yeah, I actually kind of do.
I was thinking your eyeballs are floating. What other references we can make to urination? Makes me want to urinate seeing you drink all that water. Because initially I thought maybe you weren't drinking it. But no, the bottle's empty. So I'm like, oh man, that's a lot of fluid.
No, it's an empty bottle.
Yeah, even non-alcoholic, that's a lot of fluid. Holy cow. Holy cow, to quote Harry Carey.
All right, guys, that was it. But I kind of did get a kick out of everybody's reaction to like, I'm like, seriously, guys, I'm just using this as a cup because it's fun.
You really were the whole time.
And everybody was like freaking out. I'm like, okay, interesting. And when the jokes kept coming along about don't pass out, I'm like, okay, let's have fun with this. All right, guys, but it's always been fun having these chats with you guys. You guys always make things interesting, and I always appreciate it. You guys' interaction. I wouldn't be doing this without you guys. So, Friday, 11 a.m., Kirk's Corner and I, our next live show, and with Fly the L and I, Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Please be sure to tune in, guys. And until then, I'll be trying to come up with some topics of discussion. And if you have any questions or anything like that, be sure to leave a comment, hit me up, and talk to you guys soon. What do we got here? Mount Rushmore, a movie franchise. I saw that one.
Yeah, I've said enough. E. Ross would have enough time.
Yeah.
Ross would have enough time to give us his Mount Rushmore maybe later.
Yeah. Also, for anyone that might have missed the beginning of the show, please go back, watch if you'd like, and any other shows, hype the videos if you'd like. Actually, if you could hype any video, live show or others, that would be awesome. I think that actually helps bring in new viewers to the channel. So that's I think that helps severely. So
hit the like, subscribes.
Yeah. So guys, as always, thank you. I'm gonna turn off the show now and talk to you guys next time. Take care, everybody.